Oh, baby, we are back. We are back again. There's plenty to talk about today. Bitcoin hitting the short-term downside higher low, and then it's boolah time for at least a little bit of the short term. Anyways, with that said, I would like to wish you welcome back to the Krown's Crypto Cave. It's a lovely Wednesday or Thursday or some day. It doesn't matter what fucking day it is. Crypto trades 24 goddamn 7. There's no rest, not even at 3 a.m. in the goddamn morning, which I know very well for the past 2 weeks now. So with that said, I would like to wish you a happy and healthy start to this day, because I could use a little bit of that myself. So you got to spread it around first, and then maybe it might come back to you. Anyways, with that said, let's go check out the Krown application today, which can be found at app.krown.net. Hey, what the hell is this? What the hell is this error over here? Let's reload this bitch. And by the way, you can get this application free also on your phone and mobile as well at app.krown.net. There is a link in the description below. And with that said, we can go check out what's going on in the background over here, of which, what do we see that is different from yesterday to today? We see open interest still taking up a little bit here, about 150 million added to the books from yesterday to today, as Bitcoin does essentially put in a higher low and continue back on to the top side, or around the top side of the short-term, medium-term time frame range. I think that we do probably have a little bit more on top of that as well, but keep that number in mind because we are going to come back to that soon enough. Fear and Greed Index also popping up to about a 22 as well, which is not anything too crazy right now. More importantly, we did see about almost a single-digit read last week on the major massive bear Jesus party, but now as it does recover a bit, that was a bit of a signal, at extremes, obviously in line with many other things, but just kind of an easy one to call out right here. Bitcoin dominance coming down, as well as Bitcoin still is more or less ranging, so make no mistake about it, Bitcoin dominance very likely does come down as long as Bitcoin is stuck within the long-term time frame range. That range is essentially about 42 to 43,000 bucks to the upside versus about 34,000 bucks to the downside. As long as Bitcoin's doing that, altcoins get to recover versus their Bitcoin parent, but the second that Bitcoin either breaks out above or below that range, get ready for the fucking boo cake party once again. Anyways, into the market data tab we go, and let's see what we got going on over here, because today is, yes indeed it is, we do see a little bit more signs of accumulation right here. Bit of an inverted head and shoulders you can see going on right here on the line chart, which I do like. More importantly, we got that higher low, which I massively respect right here, and then the funny rate is also coming up a little bit as well. Again, we did see this more or less come down, globally speaking, to a conservative negative rates for actually a few days here, as we did see from about 18th and 19th of May to kind of the last couple days, has been mostly on the whole negative, which was giving us another signal that, hey, this is really the time to be looking for a bounce, regardless of whether you're bullish or bearish. The market doesn't go in one fucking direct line except to the upside sometimes, which is just insane. But then you get to have those 50% dumps. So do you really want that? Can you handle that? If you can't handle me at my 100 billion% pumps, and you can't handle me at my, I don't know, 50% dumps, whatever the fuck that stupid saying is. I love it when people post that quote on like Instagram and shit. It's like, how about just make an excuse for why you're annoying or something? Anyways, just kidding. Just a bad attempt at humor right there. But overall, remember, we need to take care of the whole right here. Trend is everything, at least in the way that I'm looking at this from a long-term time frame range. And even with this current price action, even though I do think that Bitcoin has a little bit of upside right here, make no mistake about it, Bitcoin is not in danger or not threatening making an actual daily reversal anytime soon. Here's our low, here's our high. It's about a $20,000 range, or sorry, actually closer to about a $30,000 range. Yeah, holy shit, that is insane. 58,000 bucks on the highs right there, about 59, depending upon which exchange you're using. And on the lows right here, we got to about 35,000 bucks to the downside. So overall, as long as Bitcoin's kind of caught within this region, it's still a little bit risky. I would personally be saying the same thing as I have been for the last, week now, since we really started this dump party. As long as Bitcoin's below 50,000 bucks, it is, still technically speaking, a little bit under pressure, we might say. But I do see some good signs going on, at least for the short-term and medium-term timeframes going on right here. And that was mostly spun upon our analysis yesterday, getting that short-term pullback. Bitcoin came down almost actually to that 35.5 level, but putting in a higher low, more importantly. And then what do you do after that? Well, a little bit of a rally. Anyways, with that said, is it time to go into the charts? No, it's not. It's time to look at some options data over here. Yeah, let's go check this out right now. We see a few more strikes being added right here, and I do see that the 40,000 and the 34,000 strikes are being played pretty significantly. Now, there's multiple strikes actually really getting played up quite a fair bit here, but you'll notice that the big expirations are both the end of this month, so that's going to be end of May, the 28th on Friday, and then basically the June regulars as well, the 25th right there. So overall, I do think that Bitcoin's going to be more or less ranging within this around those expiries. Obviously we can take above and take a little bit below, but on closing basis around those expirations, I'd be looking for ranges probably between about 40,000 bucks and 34,000 bucks to the downside. Could go as much as about 43 right here, but I imagine that this is going to end up being more or less premium, and I'd imagine that most of these, just in general, are going to be risk management for underlying spot positions or futures positions. Basically, that's the same way in this case. Anyways, put call ratio about 0.90, which is still massively in favor of calls. I don't like to see that right here right now. I want to see the ratio get in favor of puts. The reason why is because the way that people are going to be using this as professionals is mostly to be covering their spot positions. They're not just like buying fucking naked puts. Professionals do not do that, and professionals and institutions do run this market right now. It's no fucking secret. The secret's out, and well, fair enough. I mean, the secret has been out for a while now, but now people are starting to catch on. This has been going on since like 2016, 2017 especially. We did start to see a lot of bigger firms start to get into this asset right here. So I do look at that as more or less a risk management type tool, as most people do, and not this sort of naked lottery ticket that I think a lot of retailers might be looking at it in that regard. But fair enough. Anyways, So I did want to call it that because those are very likely to be relevant, especially coming into this month right here, as I do want to see where this actually does expire, as we do see, big open interest coming in Friday. So about 2 to 3 days left to trading here. And with that said, let's go into the actual price action charts themselves and let's talk about what we're seeing right here. So Bitcoin CME chart, once again, the easiest chart to read in my opinion. And what do we have? We do have a reversal in place right here. We do have one of those, I mean, what do you want to call this? You want to call it an inverted hammer? It's technically not an inverted hammer, but this is a good reversal right here. It's not necessarily an island bottom, but it is a nice gap up, and I really do like this. This is a classic reversal signal from traditional markets, and I would at the very least be looking for short-term moves back up somewhere around 42, maybe 43,000 bucks. Make no mistake about it though, Bitcoin is still caught within a range, and that is not really breaking even the medium-term time frame range as I've been looking at it. And understandably, we are dealing with massive fucking ranges here, being that Bitcoin is literally trading in the mid 5 digits, which is kind of crazy. I mean, Jesus Christ, for the people who came around, especially in this channel in like 2018, 2019, this is still, you have to like wake up every morning. You're like, what the fuck? Bitcoin crashed 50% and it crashed to 30,000 bucks. I remember when Bitcoin was crashing to 3,000 bucks, that was concerning. This one, maybe not as much. Anyways, with that said, we are seeing momentum also start to turn around again as well. So regardless of whether you're bullish or bearish, I stick with what I've been saying here. I do think that you look for essentially some sort of bottoming structure here. And even if you're bearish as fuck, you're looking for some sort of a bull trap. You're looking for some sort of a bull trap, very, very likely between the mid and upper $40,000 region. So again, I want to be very deliberately clear with that. I'm not necessarily set on direction just yet. I am market fluid right now. Market neutral, baby. Anyways, if I had to call it, I actually do think that Bitcoin will pull through here, but I almost fear giving my true opinion on that, mostly because first off, my opinion is fucking meaningless. I don't even trade it. I only trade the price action here. And then more importantly, people seem to misinterpret that like massively and get mad for whatever fucking reason. Anyways, I want to bring a couple things. So remember, even though it is showing a little bit of short-term, medium-term upside right now, I want to dial this back in because there is no talks in my mind at all whatsoever of a macro low or a major low until we get that blue buy signal on the hash ribbons indicator right here. It's getting close. Of course, we are around that month and a half long. Actually, we're 1 month out from the capitulation signal right here on the 26th of April. Technically speaking, as we have gone over this many times in the long-term analysis playlist, I won't do it right now because it's just boring as all hell and I don't want to bore the shit out of you. But we do see this take about a month and a half to get that first blue buy signal, and then about a week to 2 weeks after that to actually get the momentous move. So right now, it's starting to become a little bit more interesting, yes, but I would still certainly not rule out another move back down, into the mid $30,000 region. I do think that Bitcoin could very easily come back down around there, but more importantly, I would look at that as an opportunity first and foremost, at the very least for a nice, another nice bounce. But looking at MACD histogram, we are seeing momentum to the downside obviously subside. This is on the 2-day. The daily is obviously it's obviously way the fuck out there. Let's see. I just want to check out one of my okay, you want to know a quick tip with the MACD histogram here. This is a funny one. My mentor reminded me about this one the other day. And actually, it actually worked out pretty damn well. Just a funny little tip right here. You just leak this one out. But the MACD histogram, a lot of the time when you see extremes on the histogram, you actually do see about equal and opposite extremes on the other side. So you can see this right here. This taken about in the upper teens, or sorry, the 1700 it looks like. This one getting all the way down to about 1900-ish region. So again, another good at the very least snapback signal. This is not calling a macro low. I'm not saying Bitcoin's going back to like 60,000 bucks or beyond right now, right here, right now. A lot of things have to happen before that becomes a legitimate possibility. But for right now, at least short-term, medium-term does look decently enough. We'll go over here into our short-term time frames. Let's put on our drawing tools right here. So this is kind of the move that we were looking for yesterday, down about 35.5 to 36,000 bucks. Got almost there, but more importantly, put in the higher low. And that was another one of the short-term criteria that we're kind of looking for to at least bring about the conversation of testing some of the medium-term time frame upside ranges, of which I think we're doing that right now. Obviously, we've tested the short-term time frame range to the upside about 39,500-ish region right here, and I would be looking for this one to continue onwards and forwards actually to officially the top side region right here. Anywhere between about 42 to 43,000 bucks is fair game to me. Could Bitcoin tick higher than that? Perhaps yes, but I will say one very damning thing right here. Typically speaking, not always, but if you are thinking about this in a statistical measurement, you would be looking at a quicker move off the lows, in this case, maybe to the deeper 40,000 bucks, as more likely to be a bull trap. So I do still think that that's a very real possibility. At least as a trader, have to be aware of that, and that does seem to line up with some major fibs and also probably some major movement averages here too. Hey, get that one out of here. That one's no longer relevant to what we're looking at. Let's do this right here. And we'll take this one on a bearish retracement. If we take this on a bearish retracement, you can see, actually, let's go wick to wick in this case, because this one actually was pretty damn aggressive. Yeah, we do see about 51,000 bucks versus 46.6 right here. That's gonna be your traditional area. We see the 382 right around that 42.5 pivot as well. So I do like the way that these line up with each other, and I would be looking at these as all likely to play in the short term, to be quite honest with you. I can actually take this down a little bit as well. And yeah, more so around 50,000 bucks to 46,000 bucks. So anywhere around there, I think is actually kind of fraught with peril. And if Bitcoin actually does pop up there and like test, probably within this next week, that would actually start to make me a lot more bearish, to be honest with you. But again, I'd want to see it in real time. I probably shouldn't talk about it just yet until it actually happens. But for right now, it's definitely potential, but at least short term, looking decent here. If we go check out our short term time frame momentum oscillators, we see the 4-hour Joule in a bit of a continuation posturing here. We see 4-hour TSI right around the 0 read. I want to see if this actually confirms above. In order to confirm it above, Caretaker's made a nice reverse function for us because he's lovely and he's amazing. And what does it say? It does say cross above. No, we don't want signal line. We want 0 line. Yeah, there we go. 38,385. So as long as Bitcoin does not dump off about $1,000 in the next 2.5 hours, which is definitely possible, then yes, we will naturally see that. And I would be looking for continuation to the top side of the medium term time frame range, anywhere tentatively speaking between about 42, maybe 43 or so. Who knows where these fucking stray wicks end up, because this market is highly leveraged and you never know who's getting liquidated at this time. Also seen BBWP cool off here too. That's a good sign. And more importantly, if we go over here to what we were looking at and what I brought up at the end of last week, another one of the potential bottoming signals I'd be looking at right here, at least for a bit of a phase shift, is I want to see the BBWP get up to 100 percentile. That this again being a volatility indicator, which to me is the most powerful thing for judging major lows. And in this case right here, we actually got 2 reads of about 100 percentile. Now the next thing I'm looking for to ultimately look for a bit of a stronger base and continuation to the upside would be the BBWP officially getting below the moving average on this, and the moving average getting a negative slope. The last time that we had a similar situation to this was, well, essentially your coronavirus dump times in March 2020, right? Where we did get a 100 percentile actually on that first mega dump. And then what happens after that? As soon as Bitcoin kind of gets, as soon as the BBWP gets wrangled by this moving average, that is actually at the exact point when Bitcoin puts in its first major higher low. And at that point, could have been at the very least looking for continuation out of here. So I do look at that as extremely relevant to what we're looking at right now. We're obviously not there just yet. It still has a lot of work to do, but it is a potential, it is a possibility in line with all the other things that we've kind of been looking for. So I want to always, as always, kind of dial this back and bring this to relatable. Yes, it is still a potential, and what we've done over the past few days here is just essentially, start to confirm more and more and more things within that direction, which is, good. I mean, you want to be taking things off one at a time as they naturally will happen, instead of forecasting that they're going to fucking happen, because there's no I know that the meme within this market is I predicted this move. It's you actually can't predict moves as a trader, or at least that's not what you're trying to do. What you're trying to do is you're just trying to come up with a statistical, edge that you can base your trades off of, which is going to obviously come with wins and losses. But the second that you start to think of things in terms of I'm going to predict this, or I have a prediction, fuck off, because that is ridiculous. You actually can't do that, because you need to know when your prediction is going to be fucking wrong. And inevitably they will be wrong, because again, there's nothing, at least to my knowledge, that gives you 100% edge 100% of the time. I've worked around some of the most talented traders, professional sense. Also, some pretty damn talented traders in this sense too. And I've still yet to meet someone who is 100% successful in every goddamn trade. What I do see though, even the high frequency guys that I traded around in Chicago, even they would take losses sometimes, and sometimes some pretty damn bad ones too. Hey, what's up, Super Googly Lee? No, man. Can we wait on that, please? If cool with you. Actually, Elsa is going to be collecting the chats today, so hopefully that will help pull them up a little bit later. But unfortunately, man, Super, you fucking know, man. You fucking know this. God damn it. It's all good though. No harm, no foul. But we are seeing daily TSI looking like it wants to turn up as well from a very beat up region. Admittedly, this isn't the bearish buy zone, so it is still it's still risky overall. But I would be looking for a bounce off these levels here. We do see that it's going to officially cross above the signal line above 41,250, which is actually. That would actually be quite the thing, because if that starts to turn up and we start to take out the 200 simple right here, and that still has a positive slope, I mean, I'd be extending that run all the way to about 44.5 in fact, but you know, that's still got a long way to go. We're not even at 40,000 bucks just yet, although we are rather close here, so fair enough. Anyways, go over here to Character's STC. I want to see what he's showing on short-term time for momentum, as we do see, yes, we do see 4-hour Stokes looking like they want to tick back up again, as long as we're closing above 38,350 or 366 in the next closure. That's about 2.5 hours away. 3-hour is going to already be ticking up above 38,665. This one's actually rather powerful right here. It's telling you a lot, as it does essentially turn around the bullish buy zone. Elsa, could you grab my water from the refrigerator, please? Thank you, sir. Very much appreciated. And when is this one closing? 33 minutes and 33 seconds. So that's actually rather likely right there, because I mean, you know, we're about $1,000 away from that. Again, we've all seen crazier things in $1,000 dump in 30 minutes, but at least it offers it up. Oh, there he is. What's up, Trading Network? Guys, check out Trading Network. That is Z-Feld's a good friend. He focuses on mostly traditional markets, but a good friend and very much verified. Really fucking cool guy too. Okay, cool. So let's go check out the 2-hour. Yep, same thing going on right here. Actually, even coming in from a lower level, 37,500. Nice. And hourly is doing what? Flip-flopping around a bit here too, 39,140. So technically speaking, we are above that pivot right now. And the hourly, 2-hour, and 3-hour all closing at the same time in about 32 minutes and 55 seconds. Should also be denoted that lower term timeframes are squeezing on this baby right here too, which does suggest that we are looking for a bit of a breakout move in this case, or at least it's more likely. So I would be looking for, very likely a short-term move somewhere around like 42, maybe 43,000 bucks. Again, though, I'm not, that does not mean like I'm overall full on fucking bullish boners to the moon and beyond just yet. I do think it looks good, at least for the short and medium term, and we're probably going to go test, test a bit of upside right here. But ultimately, I would not be surprised at all whatsoever if Bitcoin ultimately comes back down, into the middle of the $30,000 range. This is likely to take some time. I do still stick by that, and or at least more importantly, I would say you want this to take more time if you are bullish. If you're bearish here, you probably want this to have a quick move up, do a little bit of a bull trap, and then boom, back down. That's traditionally how you do see it. Anyways, I want to bring this up once again because this was a Wyckoff top right here, and I do think that this is rather powerful. This took about 3-4 months on the highs, which is pretty much par for the course on Bitcoin on these long form consolidations. Confirmation on this one was below 50,000 bucks. That was also confirmation on your downtrend after that or actually it was the lower high right here, which is where we started to say, hey, this is risky. This is not the time to be like jumping in for fucking 100x to the upside. It's not the time to be jumping in for any upside except for short term. And what do you know, it comes all the way down. We even fulfilled that $35,000 target by absolutely smashing through the floor beneath it by another 5,000 bucks. So fair enough, TA's bullshit, but sometimes it works, I suppose. On a closing basis, I still stick by that and actually feel pretty damn good about that one. More importantly right here though, after you see a Wyckoff distribution top, what do you look for after that? Well, it's pretty well. It's not pretty simple, but it is somewhat simple. So first off, you get your throwback. We already got that. That was rejected, and that's what led us down to about 30,000 bucks. And then we get to play the game of, is this redistribution or not? And that's what this whole next phase is. And I imagine this is going to take like probably a few weeks, maybe even a month to kind of figure out. Now, if this is going to be accumulation, you're looking for something similar to this. By the way, you can check this out at stockcharts.com. This is actually what I used to use to chart in traditional markets. It's going to be a complete fucking eyesore for you if you're used to TradingView, but I actually quite like it, to be honest with you. It brings back a lot of memories here. Anyways, as you can see right here, the rally probably does get a little bit of airtime, but ultimately, if you want to see true accumulation, you want to see it actually get rejected, I wouldn't say relatively soon, but in like the mid to low $40,000 region, and then come back down. No, you don't necessarily have to get a spring on lower lows. Not always, but if it does happen, that would be like your $28,500, $29,000 target, very likely. But ultimately, you do look for another retest somewhere around the lows. So that could be about 35,000 bucks in my book on a closing basis. So I do think that Bitcoin could very easily come back down there at some point after playing out this short and medium term rally. I don't think this is the time to be the investor just yet. As we identify back on over here, remember, until this gets a blue buy signal, it's just historically speaking, it's not relevant in my opinion to be looking for a macro shift or even a major shift in that case. So of course, if we go back on over here, the BBWP is going to play with that one as well on the daily. And so I'd almost even look at those two things as, probably conclusive in and of themselves. Now, with that said, on Bitcoin here, do we have any sort of formation going on? I'm sure that people are calling this an inverted head and shoulders. You could look at this as an inverted head and shoulders. I don't really like these formations in Bitcoin land. Yeah, they do work out decently enough, but personally speaking, I don't like them. I only like triangles because I'm a kindergarten drawing even more on here. But overall, if this is an inverted head and shoulders, which you could definitely argue that it is, and in fact, I would even say that it is with a double left shoulder, which is completely fine. Where's your target going to be? Well, let's take a very generic target on this one. That actually be targeted all the way up to about 46.5. The reason why 46.5 is relevant is because, as you remember, or perhaps you remember back on over here, that is right around the 0.5, and that is your traditional bull trap area, anywhere between the 0.5 and the 50,000 in the 618 right here on a bearish retracement. So I would say that yes, it does it does show some good things, but overall still have to be protective, at least in the way that I trade. But this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is first thing from financial advice. I'm just sharing my stupid way of looking at these charts. And by the way, we actually do have some bullish divergence on the daily now. I would say confirmed. It's not going to show up on characters RSI with my settings currently, because I have I have a lot more conservative settings, as I would want to play this one conservative right now. But traditionally speaking, my target on that sort of a signal is going to be the 21, and that's actually coming down rather rapidly. Currently hanging around $44,000. I imagine over the next day or so. Let's see, how much did it drop from yesterday to today? 45 all the way to 44.3. So I'd say probably like just under $44,000. So ultimately, I still think that Bitcoin is going to be ranging here. With that in mind, with a little bit of short-term upside very likely implied. Okay, let's see. We're already 32 minutes into this bitch. Is it time to get onto some chatties here? Does Elsa already have them sent them over to me, or what's going on right here? Yeah, we got Super Goolily says, Krown, could you check out Tencent on Hong Kong Exchange? Sure, man. Okay, let's see what we got here. Symbol 10 cent. Hey, stop that. Here we go. All right, on HKEX. All right, Hong Kong. They let you trade around there. Cool. Looks to me like a little bit of short form accumulation right here as well. Actually, this does kind of bode well. Well, I don't know if it bodes well for Bitcoin. I don't think that matters. But generally speaking, the traditional market's going to all kind of be playing with each other. What I do like about this is a low volatility read down here on essentially a higher low. I'd be looking for this one to pop back up. Honestly, it's currently fighting it off a little bit, but technically speaking, on the weekly, which is what you asked for specifically, we're very likely to be making, hidden bullish divergence, which will be confirmed. I'd even say that this one's already confirmed, and I'd be having targets back up to about 650, maybe 660-ish region overall. It looks decent enough to me. By the way, before we get into it, and also kind of to play up a little bit of the short-term bullish narrative here, I do look at traditional markets as obviously playing incredibly well with Bitcoin. And what do we see over here on SPY? We do see SPY obviously not just bouncing off that higher low that we identified coming into this week, but I would be looking at this as very likely to test around the highs, 42.25-ish region. NASDAQ, a little bit more relevant to Bitcoin, of course, as well. And I'll be looking for some short-term upside here too, probably about 800 to 850-ish region. Again, daily RSI kind of telling the story on that rejection of the bearish control zone. I look at this as still overall constructive. Can't fucking hate an uptrend right here. And with daily TSI getting around the zero bias read, I would be looking at, any sort of a tick up there as very likely to come back up and test around the highs. Do I think that it's ready to, blast off and try again towards new all-time highs? I don't know about that just yet, but this is going to start to look pretty damn good. We will have hidden bullish divergence also confirmed over here as well, so keep that in mind. All right, there he is, Mr. Scott Carney, right on fucking time. I got to give it to you, though, man. You did wait this time, so be far if we can go check this one out. Bit Farms, the fucking miners, which I imagine probably going to be holding sideways here alongside Bitcoin, and actually not doing what I wanted it to do yesterday. But I don't think that this is too problematic, to be honest with you right here. Does it come back down and base around your higher lows at around, low $4? Yeah, definitely possible. Obviously, very possible, in fact. But I do think it will get another try somewhere back up around 560-ish region. Long term, still looking at about a 640 breakout, and I don't think that's happening, just yet. And I would get extremely fucking bearish with any sort of a daily closure below $4. That is, looking at moves back down somewhere around like 185. Maybe a bounce along the way at $3. Yeah, very likely a bounce along the way at $3. But I still give this one the benefit of the doubt. I can't hate an uptrend. That's just one of my rules here, sirs. Anyways, oh dear Lord, what's up, Sebastian? How you doing, Mr. Gwynn? Financial advice for MRNs 4-hour and weekly, please. I don't know what you're talking about, man. All right, MRNS. Is this MRNS or is yes, it is. Oh, we got some pharmaceuticals. We got some biotechs. It sounds like biotechs are crazy motherfuckers now out there. Now, I think we looked at this for you maybe like a week or two ago, and overall we did like the weekly uptrend here. Did you give me a time frame? You said 4-hour and week. Okay, weekly I do like. I'd be looking for this one. This one is in a breakout posture. I mean, it's not just in a breakout posture. It's like breaking out now. I'd be looking for the weekly to tick back up towards 19.5, maybe $20. 4-hour specifically. What are we seeing right here? four hour can play at a bit of a range here. I wouldn't be too concerned if it came back down to like 16 and a half or 16 and 3/4. Overall, though, this one looks very much primed. Now, long term, I imagine. Long term, actually, a couple of very interesting things here. Very interesting things going on here. So this is, again, a pharmaceutical. A lot of the time, I fucking hate trading biotechs because they can just come up with like one drug trial and it can either make or break this bullshit. And there's a lot of insider trading going on and shit like this too. But ultimately, we are seeing some good signs here, probably from some insiders. This would be one of them. You see that massive middle finger of a volume signature right there on that nice up thrust move. Also on a higher low structure on the weekly too. I am kind of inclined to say this one probably does trade up a lot further north after that short-term target is met, maybe as much as $40 and maybe even beyond. But for right now, give it the benefit of the doubt. I'm always going to like higher lows, especially on a weekly time frame like that. What's up, Donaldo? Mr. Armand around the world, sir. Dear K, bro. Dear Donaldo, bro. Ave BTC short and medium term. Sure, man. All right, Ave. Whoops, I can't spell. got another 3 a.m. wake up time today too. Eyes are absolutely wrecked. Oh my God, man. I need to get LASIK, and I don't even know if that's going to help. Anyways, looking at the daily right here, bit of a range going on to it. I mean, this is obvious reaccumulation right here going on as well. But this is going to be, I think it's just easier to watch the Bitcoin chart, because if Bitcoin does start breaking out and really starts moving here, I'm talking about like above 42 on a closure or below 35 on a closure. In this case, probably upside's a little more likely. Then this one probably does get another stint back down somewhere around 8,200 Satoshis. But in its current posturing, do I kind of favor the upside? I mean, yeah, I do. Again, I'm not going to hate higher lows here, and this does look like a cup and handle, which I'm not a humongous fan of in cryptocurrency land, to be honest with you, but I would be looking for a short-term move back up somewhere around about 11,000 Satoshis. So give me a time frame on that. Short and medium term. Okay, so I'm actually going long-term on this one. I'd probably be looking for a short-term upside move, probably a short-term upside. Hey, what's up, Isaac? AMC stock. Okay, AMC stock. All right, let's see what this one is. AMC Entertainment. Okay, is this like movies or something? Breaking out right now, looking good on the 4 hour at least. Breaking on the daily too. Yeah, I'd be looking for a target towards $20 and maybe beyond. Weekly too. Very, very good. Short-term target would be somewhere around, what was it, like 18.5 to $20. Long-term, I'd be looking at 21.5, maybe even more over time. This is a pretty good reversal thus far. And I want to see it base out a little bit more above $20 before I get like macro bullish on something like this. But, there are several signs going on right here. So that would actually be quite entertaining, you might say. Anyways, Tokyo Channel. Hey, what's up, Tokyo Channel? How you doing, man? I'm off today. Fucking nice, baby. Just relaxing. I like it, man. I like it. Could you look at Mona USD on the... I'm actually very curious to see how this one's doing in this market. This one's like a very old coin, like way back when. See how this one's holding up. Yeah, it's a bit of a pump and dump here, it looks like. Jesus Christ, man. Powerful move, and god damn, that is... Jesus, this is why I do not like trading altcoins. that move would just... absolutely fucking wreck me. I do not like this kind of shit. I would be looking for maybe a short-term downside move to $2, but ultimately I do think I do still remain long-term bullish on this one. Again, never going to hate higher lows on the weekly, but here's the thing. Here's your next higher low right here now, isn't it, right? So the second that you come back down below 150 on the macro, this one's going to be done for a long time, probably making its way back down to 75 cents, maybe even lower than that at 35. Oh my God, 35 cents over time. But for right now, I still go with the trend. Trend is still intact, although very fucking weak, no doubt about that. But I'd give it the benefit of the doubt here within the conscious of this market. Short term is down, however. I would be looking for a short term move, very likely back down somewhere around $2. I think that was in line with the daily area as well. Yes, indeed it was. I'd also be looking for a bounce there too, and then let it kind of fill this area out a little bit more. I don't think that this is the one to be playing though within this market, to be honest with you, Mr. Tokyo Channel. The reason being because there's just so many more interesting and obvious charts that this one, it's had its chances. I don't like this failed breakout right here. I was definitely bullish on that. And technically speaking, it does still hold structure, so it's okay, you might say, but I don't like seeing that, that kind of shit. And what we can do now is I'd actually keep it there. So I think I'll just stick with that for now. 4 hour daily. Let's actually see what the 4 hour is looking like here. Oh yeah, we already saw this one in the daily as well. Yeah, short term I'd be looking for a little bit of downside actually. Nai-T says Ethereum Bitcoin on 4 hour and daily looking for long-term entry. Okay, what does long-term mean to you, sir? Long-term for me is like it's like a week. Long-term for some people is like 5 years, and ain't nobody got time for that bullshit. Okay, so Ethereum Bitcoin on the short term, looking for a little bit of upside continuation. I like the inverted head and shoulders here too. This one actually breaking out. Short-term target 737 million kajillion satoshis, whatever the fuck this level is right here. Long-term. Daily still, I don't know if I really have a call on the daily. Weekly holds a level well. Can't hate that. Can't hate that, man. Holds the level well. I mean, to be honest with you, man, this can very easily be looked at as a retest of macro, of a macro breakdown area. Can't really be bearish off that, man. I'd be long-term bullish on this one. Where's like a good long-term entry? I don't know what long-term means to you, man, and I'm not here to give out signals, but ultimately, here's your last higher low right here. So anything in this region right here, like mid to low 6 million satoshis, would look fine. But does this one actually just want to bolster up from here? Let's see what momentum oscillators are kind of suggesting right now. Now it's pretty aggressive thus far. I'd still want to see this one take a little bit of time, but it's showing good long term. I mean, this is kind of what you want to be seeing. I'm curious what the monthly says as well. By the way, oh fuck, I forgot one major thing on Bitcoin to talk about. Yeah, the monthly looks really good. Long term, I'm bullish on this one. Very likely to get back above 0.11 actually. Is really fucking good long term on the monthly. But that is a monthly after all. So I don't know if you're looking like 3 months down the road. I don't know what long term means to you. What I want to bring it back to is Bitcoin monthly over here. Bitcoin monthly is incredibly fucking important for the macro direction with just one simple indicator. No, that's a bunch of bullshit, but I actually do put a lot of weight on this indicator for general macro bias. And the accumulation distribution indicator obviously did get certainly did slump off its slope coming into the last closure from April to May. Now I want to see, does this get a negative slope or not? If it gets a negative slope, I'd feel a lot more comfortable with looking for Bitcoin to essentially base out between about 35,000, maybe 45,000 bucks over the next couple months, and then give another try probably to the upside over time. But if this does retain with a positive slope here, even if it keeps the same curvature as it currently has, which is technically positive, I would actually be looking for Bitcoin to have an immediate recovery back up 50,000 plus if that happens. But again, we still have a few days left in the trading month to go. It is the 26th right now. The 1st of June is going to be Tuesday, so a lot can happen between that time. But it's definitely a possibility. And this would be the big thing that I really keep an eye on right now. Are we closing a bi-monthly here? I don't think so. Yeah, we're not closing one, and we're certainly not closing a quarterly as well. Yeah, we're definitely not closing a quarterly. But so far, the quarterly is just a backfill and back up. That's not bad. That's actually not that bad. This chart actually does speak quite volumes in its current position, but 36 days to go, or 35 and a half days to go, is just, we can't really analysize that as it is right now. It's just not relevant. I mean, a lot of things can change around, but that also would play into the narrative that Bitcoin probably spends about 3 months, oscillating between basically its, the current high structure and the current low structure. And it's going to take some time. This is also why I've been saying for a while now, hey, look, I think that there's definitely some hopium here to be had, but it's probably going to take some time. I don't think that there's a humongous rush to get in position. That's just me personally speaking. But again, I am more or less a short-term, medium-term time frame trader. As an investor, it's just a completely different game. So take that as you will, or don't take it at all, sir. Anyways, okay, dear Lord, man. All right, Elsa's got it over here. Oh man, she's slow. She's too slow though. Hold on, let me see if I can pull some up. Where did I leave off? Okay, I see. Oh my God, man, there's a lot today. All right, I see Mr. T, or I see Nighty. Nighty, I get it now. Michael Crook says, can you check MER on the 1 hour and 4 hour bull and bear price target? It looks like an ascending triangle. Well, if it's an ascending triangle, then it's probably going to be upside bias. Let's see, symbol MUR, this thing, or is it some sort of a bullshit crypto? It is. Oh my God, it is. No. It's a it's a forex there. So I'm guessing it's this. Is this some sort of like an oil company? Not a humongous fan of this right now, to be honest with you. Is it an ascending triangle? I don't see an ascending triangle here. No, it is not, but this is a continuation right now. Yes, it has a little bit of bearish divergence, can easily come back down to like 1940, 19 and a half region, but ultimately this is actually looking, well, what is it looking like on the daily? I mean, it is an upturn on the daily. Can't really hate that. Yeah, I'd have to be looking for a short-term pullback, but simultaneously a bounce from that level. Long-term, which did you ask about? You did not ask about. You asked for it 1 hour and 4 hours. All right, we'll get on to the 1 hour right here. This is not an ascending triangle in my book here. This is actually more of a rise and wedge, which actually do work out decently enough well in traditional markets. And the way that you chart it would be something like this. Now, I fucking hate this formation in crypto land. I don't think that it works, but you'd be looking at something like this, and your target would be something along the lines of this right here, which I think is probably going to line up with my 19 or so target. Yeah, 19 and a half right here. 19 and a half. I do think this one comes down short term. No, I'd not say that's in the Sunny Triangle, sir. Winning Choice 87 says, any medium term targets for Cardano that would align with Bitcoin hitting 46 to 48? Well, let's hold on. We need to be very clear about Bitcoin at 46, 48. That's not a short term target. Short term for Bitcoin's like 42 to 43 maybe. If that happens, what I'd be looking for like on Cardano on a, well, the hourly looks good right here. Hourly's kind of breaking the range right now, 175 short term. What about a 4 hour? Probably plays back up towards this region right here, 185 region. It looks good. It looks good on this reversal. Again, inverted head and shoulders on the bottom. Pretty obvious neckline coming in from this level right around 155, 158 region. I'd be looking for a bit of upside right here. It can even play all the way up to $2, but I don't know how short term you are. Daily looking good. Weekly's looking like a higher low, I imagine. Well, it's not really a low structure right here just yet, but it is having a very good recovery. Look, if you want to make this one easy, man, just wait for the weekly closure. If the weekly closes above the 10 simple in this case, you're extremely likely to see this area work out as a base, and I'd be looking for this one to pop back up north of $2, but give it a little bit of time, at least a little bit more short-term continuation towards about 180, and then I'd maybe pump the brakes on that one. Cole Evans says, "Hey Krown, what's up, man? Any oh wait, no, we just read that one. Okay, sweet. Or next low. What would the next low be on this one? I mean, you got your obvious higher low right here, right around about 131, right? So anywhere above there is fine. But let's see, what would be? I mean, right now short term's upside, man. So if Bitcoin plays up to like 42, 43, then comes back down, let's say 35 or so, I'd be looking for this one to base out somewhere around about 1.5, and that would probably be like the entry, I'd imagine. But again, that's probably going to take some time if it does happen. Not going to all happen one a day. There he is, Mr. 777. Good morning, sir. Good morning to you, Mr. Captain. There he is, our captain, my captain. What's up, Sebastian? Sebastian's back again. Also, CVS week and month looking for an exit at 106. Okay, so CVS, let's see. All right, this monstrosity right here, looking for an exit. 106. Well, short term, this one's coming back down. This one's very short term toppy here. I'd be looking for this one to come to play back down below $90, or sorry, it's already below 90. I'd say like 85 region or so. Fill the gap right there. Daily's toppy as well. I think you kind of missed your exit if you really wanted to make the most out of this one short term. But the weekly is still fine. So I do think that short term downside will get picked back on up. And do you get your try somewhere around like 105 long term? I mean, you're probably trading this one on the weekly. I think so. Yes, a lot of good things going on in the higher term timeframes here. So short term downside is very only likely that, just short term downside. Weekly golden cross, weekly trend reversal, weekly accumulation for a couple of years here from 2018 to where we're at right now. Yeah, I'd be long term looking for this one. I don't know about 105. I mean, 105, 106. You're kind of like getting a little bit greedy there short term. I'd probably let some go at around 97 and a half or so. 105 is way the fuck back on over here. I think that you're going to see a little bit of oscillation between about 97, 98 and kind of low 90s. If you are going for that major move, do I think that ultimately it will get back up to this region like 105? It does have a lot of good signs here. I mean, long term it is good. I certainly wouldn't put it out of the question. I mean, monthly is really fucking good. So yeah, I would say so. Probably even gets more than that if it even gets around there, because this is very rarely do you see a double top. Very rarely do you see a double bottom that actually holds for short-term trades. Yeah, it's pretty pretty damn dependable, but for long-term trades, almost never do I actually see that, to be honest with you. Almost never. Usually if it comes back up and tests around the high, it's like gonna make another high, and same thing for the lows. You don't really get two chances to sell the tops, and you really don't get you certainly don't get two chances to buy the lows in my experience. Let's see, Jonathan Spinell says, can you please go over link on a 4 hour looking at a head and shoulders and potential medium-term targets? Can you also take a look at the Bitcoin at the daily at Bitcoin pairing? Sir, one at a time, sir. God damn. All right, let's see what Link's got going on over here. Wow, monthly is one massive Darth Maul dildo in my face. I'd be looking for short-term up to about 34. 4 hour, yeah, it's an inverted head and shoulders, I'd say. Volume signature not necessarily too perfect, but short term I'd be looking for a move towards about 33 and a half to $34. Does that get continuation all the way up to about 30, 37, 38? I think it's definitely possible here, but I'm always quick to take profits after a move like this. I'd be looking for a short term move towards about 33.3. And then a little bit of a pullback there, and then probably does try for continuation here too. I mean, that is a pretty good buyback on the weekly thus far. Dailies in a short-term reversal posture as well, getting back above the 10 simple. I'd be looking for this one to trade up, around the 21 and 55, which is between about 33 and 35 regions. So I do think it has a little bit of upside here. All right, sweet. Max Ace just want to say hi and thank you. Hey man, a nice positive message. I appreciate that. That's very kind, sir. Thanks, man. I'm blushing. Let's see. G Deezer says, can you check out Telcoin on the 4-hour versus Bitcoin on KuCoin? Okay, Telcoin versus Bitcoin. What the fuck on Derpcoin over here? Hit BTC and KuCoin. Actually pretty good on the daily. All things considered, this is actually one of the more interesting charts that we've seen over the last week and a half. This one held up pretty fucking well. It's a bit concerning that this thing doesn't only exist on like the extremely shitty exchanges. I mean, if it's not even on Binance, like that's like I have very little respect for Binance, to be honest with you. But if it's not on there, like I think that's telling enough. But hey, you know, I would be favoring another move back up to about 10.8. 10.8 Satoshis at it, 10,800 Satoshis. You're saying Nebraska governor signed LB 649 bill today, spearheaded by Telcoin, that makes them legally compliant to operate as a bank. What, really? Oh, that's incredibly good. Why isn't it on a real exchange then? What the fuck? This is amazing. That's actually really okay. I feel like I'm shilling now, but okay, can someone confirm this? Because that sounds a little bit too good to be true. A crypto bank in the U.S., fully compliant. You don't have to worry about shit. That's amazing. Hidden bullish divergence off that last low, but that's the easy moves. That one's certainly already played out. Very, very impressive right there, man. That is crazy to see. I mean, we're actually seeing, you know, a good evolution of this. We're really seeing this space mature right now. Fuck, I saw Ben from BitBoy, Ben Armstrong. He is speaking to legislators in Texas. Like, what the fuck? That we have basically a massive YouTuber, you know, he's got over 1 million subscribers, is now speaking towards people who can actually make like legitimate legislative changes in like a state that matters, Texas. You know, that's fucking insane, man. So, you know, I know that some people might push back on, you know, on that guy, but you know, you can't hate someone like that who's literally pushing the space forwards by sheer will. I've actually been speaking with this team because they want to do an interview. And these guys, like, they're truly professional. They're actually truly professional because, like, for myself, you have to understand, it's pretty much just me, and then I have a few, like, and then we have a few people with the app and some customer service. But, like, guys like Ben and a few other guys as well, they have like a team of like actual professionals who have worked at real legitimate companies too, you know, like Facebook. I think one of them was working at Facebook or you know, in the likes of that. It was really fucking impressive. Like, these guys are actually trying to push the space forward by sheer fucking will. Fucking crazy, man. So, you know, big shout out to that. I mean, and also got to give him a big shout out just because he actually helped out this channel the other day by giving me a bit of a shout out. So massive appreciation for that, Mr. Ben. Also, of course, Crypto Zombie, my good man, Mr. K-Dub. I absolutely fucking love that guy. Probably Elio Trades in there somewhere too, man. All those guys are fucking top notch, man. I mean, you know, we have a pretty damn good space going on right now, I do think. I mean, a lot of these guys are like really trying to like help out and use their power for good. I mean, shit, man. I think even BitBoy was talking about creating some sort of like decentralized, maybe not decentralized, but some sort of like censorship free social media, which I know a bunch of other people have tried to do, but he actually has a community of already 1 million people. You know, the other ones do not, and I think that's probably the more important thing to do that. So cool shit, man. Very cool shit. Anyways, Wolf 359 Survivor says, Crowners at Polygon, please. Yeah, man, let's check out I guess this is Matic. That's right, Matic. Let's see what the old Matic is doing right now. I'm gonna guess this one's probably already made new highs. Holy fuck! Yes, we did hit our target from yesterday, right around 245. Powerful Matic. And it's like the dump never this is bullish as fuck right here, man. Oh my god, this market's gonna bounce back. Oh my god, this market's actually gonna come back from this. Oh my fucking god. This means that when we actually do top out, this is gonna dump even harder than what we saw last week. This is so insane. People probably think that this is good, and it is good. It is good, but if you thought last week was brutal, we're going to see a situation that is infinitely more destructive than that when this market actually does top out. There is nothing toppy about this chart in any way, shape, or form. Any way, fucking shape or form. This is insanity is what it is, but really fucking good insanity. Yeah, so we identified the hidden bullish evidence on the 3-day yesterday. That gave us a target of 245. You know, it's probably going to play out a little bit of a short-term down from that, you know, from that prior high. But ultimately, if this thing comes back down to like 120 or 130, that's going to be a very obvious area for myself. I don't even know if it comes back down there. And I also don't trade this one as well, so it doesn't even matter to me. But this is by and far away, you know, probably the best chart in cryptocurrency land. Extremely impressive. Extremely fucking impressive. This is really something right here. Look at the monthly. It's like it never happened. It's like it never fucking happens. 5 days left to go. So there you go, man. There you fucking go. Daniel Sartain says, good morning, sir. Hey, what's up, Daniel? Good morning to you as well. Can you check out Barrick Gold Corporation? Gold. Okay, so just symbol GOLD. I traded symbol GLD, but not GOLD. So I'm guessing you're talking about this one right here. Gold New York Stock Exchange. Let's see. Yeah, this one right here. Okay, gotcha. 4 hour and daily. Okay, well, monthly is maybe not relevant to you right now, but it would be relevant to know where that 2675 pivot is. I'd say daily is switching around. Okay, so the daily actually has a chance to do something rather special here. It already has a trend reversal, which I do like. But what I want to see next is I want to see that trend reversal on top of a base somewhere around about, pretty much where it is right now, about 24 and a half. I want to see next a golden cross between the 55 and the 200. If that happens, I'd feel very comfortable looking for this one to work its way up towards 27 and a third, and then probably even around this prior high of $30. You also said 4 hour 2. Does this one have a short-term pullback? Yeah, it probably does have a short-term pullback. I wouldn't mind if it pulls back to, low 24 or even 23 and a half bucks there, but it's all about the daily right now. If the daily can just maintain the 200 simple on a closing basis, which might come down with wicks to the 21 right here at about just below 24 bucks. I would actually be more bullish on this one. Let's see, what does a very long term look like? We'll just scoot on past that one right now. Miral, what's up, Mr. Gandhi? Imagine going live for 30 minutes and not looking at Matic daily, please. Actually, we just looked at it, sir. Despite your rather facetious comment, we've actually already looked at it. Sir, I mean, you have to understand that this channel is like, I'm always going to focus on Bitcoin first. Like, I'm not an altcoin trader. I don't, while there's certainly some respectable ones out nowadays, it's just not my game, man. It's just not my game. So I only look at it if and when asked, which people do admittedly ask about it quite often. So there you go, man. Still pretty damn good chart. Pretty damn good chart. All right, sweet. Let's see. Let's scroll back up on over around here. Let's see if Elsa's. Oh my God, Elsa. Okay, Elsa just dumped a shit ton of messages on me. Holy fucking moly, there. What the actual hell? We got James Dunville now. Hey, Krown, can you check out the GLD? Oh, nice. We got real GLD. Yeah, this one I'm familiar with. This is what I actually traded way back when, and this is looking good. This is looking good right here. Golden cross. Going back to the prior comment, I'm going to imagine now that very, 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 very likely you're going to see that one fall through as well, because you're seeing basically what I wanted to see there already here. Golden cross right here, bases above the 200 simple, all major moving averages starting to chase. I'll be looking for this one to pop up to about 182 and a quarter, and probably long term. Probably gets another run at the highs. I mean, weekly momentum oscillators are giving us bullish divergence all the way around back in the bullish control zone. Same thing with TSI. I really, really like this in its current posturing. Monthly, as we identified early this month, we did actually confirm hidden bullish divergence. And so this one actually might make new all-time highs over the, maybe around end of year. But for right now, at least weekly has some more room to run there. And I do like it quite a fair bit. All right, cool. Let's see. Rami says, hey, Krown, it's me, Jessica. It's me, Jessica. Fucking hell, man. Holy shit. How do you remember that movie from way back when? What was that one called? The Hot Chick with Rob Schneider. Rob Schneider is a stapler. Fucking stupid, man. You got to love South Park, though. Oh, we try the Chinese fund again. You don't know where that one's from, do you? Anyways, can we look at GRT 4 hour daily? Sure, man. Sure. GRT, US DERP. I guess Binance on this one. And you said 4 hour daily. All right. But probably not a monthly here. 4 hour, looking for a little bit of short-term upside, 90 cents or so. Daily. Daily could extend to about almost a buck there. Definitely not the one that I want to be in on this current phase. There are several charts that look significantly better than this, but again, if Bitcoin essentially and some of the stronger ones kind of pick it up and trade back into the median of the high term time frame range, you're probably gonna see this one fall a little bit. But I would imagine this one is not going to fall as much. It's certainly relatively weak compared to a lot of things within this market. But yeah, short term, short term 90 cents and then probably a buck, I'd imagine. All right, sweet. Nick says, hey, Krown, can we check out Ethereum USD on the daily and weekly? Yeah, absolutely. In fact, we haven't even looked at Ethereum really all that much today, which is sad because Ethereum looks good, man. Ethereum looks good. Daily, I'd be looking for a move. 29.30, maybe even $3,000 is looking good short term. Weekly. Okay, so here's what I'd say about the weekly. If the weekly closes above the 10 simple, this dump is going to get retraced faster than what I originally considered. If we close below the 10 simple, which is about 2600, I'd be more or less neutral on this, probably looking at the very least for another test back down to low 2000s, but I'd still kind of keep an open mind about it. I'd still look for Bitcoin on direction. 4 hour, yeah, short term, I'd be looking for just under 3,000. Similar to Bitcoin, I think it's got some short term upside here, but I do think that this inverted head and shoulders, personally speaking, ends up being some sort of a some sort of a swing failure pattern, traps a bunch of people, then comes back down, sets in a higher low, and that's probably going to be around the actual time you want to be paying attention. But that's a personal opinion more than anything else. More than like hard and straight facts. Damien and Crypto Signals have no messages. Why do you do this to me? How dare you? How dare you? I try my hardest to bring these up right now. See if we can actually find them. Where is they? Where are they? I don't see them actually. Hey, what's up, Greg Smith? Making my drive home. Nice, bearable. Blood moon tonight. Sexy. Is it a blood moon? I thought it was a super moon. I thought it was a super cycle too. Super cycle with a 50% dump in your fucking face. How about that too? Luke T says Bcash BTC one day please there. All right, BCH BTC. Is this thing still live? This one definitely weaker right now, man. Looks like it's kind of getting rejected. But again, if Bitcoin tests a little bit of upside here, I'd be looking for this at 0.02, and I'd be looking for a rejection there as well. Couple of good things going on here though. We do have a daily uptrend, to be fair, or at least we have higher lows right here. We got a golden cross as well. So I mean, I do not like the way this looks on the weekly. This looks really fucking bad on the weekly, man. I do think it probably has a little bit of short-term upside, but I would be very fucking quick to switch around bearish on this one. Anywhere below 18,150 Satoshis, I'd be looking for another move back down somewhere around here, actually. And personally speaking, I do think that will eventually happen and tries for a higher term time frame, higher low, somewhere around there. But for right now, I'd give it the benefit of the doubt, mostly because of this market, not necessarily because this one looks good itself. In fact, this one has a not a golden, but a death cross right here, and it's literally tested into that right now. It does look like it probably gets a move up here, however. But I'm not the biggest fan of this one overall in the context of, the potential of some of these other charts that we've seen. But fair enough, it's not, it's very unlikely to not fall in the rest of the market. That would be quite literally an outlier situation. We just don't see that happen all that often. Benny B says, hello, sir. CZIV on the 1 hour stonks. Okay, CC. IV, Churchill Capital Corporation on New York Stock Exchange. See what the hourly's got. Hourly looks like a little bit of a short-term low here. I'd be looking for this one to trade back up towards the $21 pivot right there. Short-term momentum popping to the upside. Hidden bullish evidence on this current low. It's not the picture of health and fitness here, but I do think that you got a little bit of short-term upside. So I'll leave it at that. It's looking something a little bit more like this right here. It is still just lower highs over a long period of time. So I would be like really cognizant of that. Yes, it probably has a little bit of short-term upside, but long-term, this one big downside pressure. And I'd be looking for any sort of a lower high around $22 is like a big signal that this one's going to get wrecked again. But fuck, Elsa brought me the wrong water, motherfucker. Anyways, let's see what else we got over here. You brought me the wrong one. I want my blue water bottle, the easy one. This one's not easy. That's right. You want your nanos or not? Anyways, charge it to the game says, hey Krown, what's up, man? Can we check out PLNHF? Okay, let's see what we got. PLNHF. All right, Planet 13 Holdings trades OTC. Which I typically don't like, but let's see. Weekly's okay, man. Can't hate this chart on a weekly. Probably does pop back up to $7.50. I'm always very skeptical of OTC bullshit. It's like, it's the fucking pink slips. But technically speaking, you got a daily uptrend right here. I guess you can play that as long as it does hold. That does imply that we could very easily have a move back down to about $5.90 or $6. But big breakout, probably two new all-time highs, because it already is around all-time highs above this level right here, about 740 to 7.5. Personally speaking, I do think that it will trade back up there. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that very much. It's been a good day, my friends. It's been a very good day. All right, let's see. We got Shahar. Hey, what's up, Shahar? Mr. Epstein. What the fuck? Hey. Get him! I saw you on the documentaries, man. Although you do spell it a little bit differently there. But you know what, Shahar? We'll give you the benefit of the doubt right now. We shouldn't judge because nothing was convicted, I think. Maybe. Well, I did see that was a fucking weird documentary. That documentary and the Leaving Neverland documentary were like very bizarre, very strange. Very fucking strange. You can check out VET USD on the 4 hour and daily. It's like I thought my parents, you might think that your parents didn't treat you right, but at least it didn't take you to fucking Michael Jackson's fuck ranch to get raped as a child. Anyways, Elsa thinks that's funny. She's really sick. She's like actually really sick. She thinks that's funny. Yeah, you think that's funny. That's disgusting. You're fucking disgusting, sir. He loved kids so much that he built a ranch so he could, like, you know, entice more kids to come over there. I mean, shit, man. Like, look, he was in the fucking documentary. They were saying that he would call the kids on the phone for like hours and speak to them for 3-4 hours. Elsa and I have been dating for 4 years. We've never done that, not even fucking once. He loved those kids, man, in the same way that you, if you're a guy, love a girl, or if you're homosexual, love another guy. No judgment there, of course. You know, just, you know what I mean, like true adult love. Yes. Anyways, looking at this right here, 15 cents or so. I'd be looking out on the 4 hour. Can this one pop up a little bit higher? Yes, but I'd be looking for that short-term move first. If you do, where's Josh, man? Josh is going to like this. If you do see a daily closure above about 18.5 cents, you know, this prior breakdown right here, I actually would be looking for this one to go for the full recovery. The RSI right now is telling a lot. We do see hidden bullish divergence potential on a higher low. I mean, this is just barely higher low, but because this one, wow, this one really did get beat up. But I would be looking for a nice snapback. I mean, this is a bullish reset right here on the TSI thus far. Any sort of a closure above 39 cents and wait, what the fuck? Oh, that's definitely not happening. That's definitely not happening today, but it will naturally move down on next closure. So at least short term, I'd be looking towards about 16 cents. 15 or 16 cents. After that, I want to see where the daily ends up. If it can pop back up above here, above 18, 19 cents, I'll be looking for this one to retest highs and maybe even make new highs after that. Let's see what the monthly looks like. Powerful. Brian Davis, hey, welcome to the cave, sir. Scott Presby says, price target upside and downside Matic 4 hour and 15 minute. Oh, Jesus Christ. Matic 4 hour and 15 minute. Do you need to pay rent or something? What's going on here, man? 4 hour and okay, so 4 hour. I still look for this one to trade back up towards about 260. I think this one's setting up here long term once again. 15 minute probably can easily trade back down towards what is this higher low right here, about 210. We do see bearish divergence very likely forming. 1 2 3 drives right there, 1 2 3 highs. Yep, I'd be looking for a move somewhere back down short term, like 210 to 213 region. Tries to bounce from there probably. But why the short term time frame, sir? You don't need to. Elsa's laughing again. She's like seriously deranged. She thinks kids getting fucked is funny. Justin Falk says, forgot to tag you, TRX and band, please, if possible. All right, TRX and band. TRX, how about just TRX, man? Just one shitcoin at a time, sir. Tron, up. I'd be looking for some short term up to about 8.5 cent. Can it get more than that? Maybe. But this one definitely relatively weak as well. Daily range all the way to about 9.25. Not too interesting though. Mr. Aurora says, hello, sirs. What's up, man? Hairbull USD on. Oh, motherfucker. You got me with another goddamn hair joke, you bastard. You fucking got me. Damien says, can you give us a QRD on a Wyckoff? What's a QRD? And how it occurs? Who can afford to pull one off? Retail market wrecked while China is banned. Who is buying? Okay, so who can afford to pull Wyckoff off? Well, Wyckoff can really only be done particular. Okay, where do I want to start with this? First, should we talk about who can do it and then what the psychology is of it? Yeah, we can do it like that. Okay, so first off, who can actually do it? You need to have a shit ton of supply in order to do something like that. If the people who were putting in that top, they were accumulating. They were very likely accumulating, below probably 12 or 13,000 bucks. Certainly over the last few years here, probably in this pocket right here, if I had to guess. So they have a lot of supply and they can run the markets. And the reason why, first off, doesn't mean that it's an institution. Doesn't mean that it's an institution. Just means that it's someone with a lot of supply. And we do see that there are crypto whales within this place. I mean, you got to be thinking about the guys who were prior 2014, 2013, like the fucking crypto Cobains of the world. Those guys, they probably have, those guys probably have thousands of Bitcoin, probably even more than that. So when they're looking to sell, and I don't know if that guy sold or not, but someone of that nature. I'm just saying that it doesn't necessarily have to be an institution. You don't have to blame the fucking boogeyman for this one. It's just people with a lot of supply. Anyways, my point is, what do you want? Say it. Billtex? What? I don't know what Billtex. Nimbo, what the fuck does that mean? Billtex. I don't know what that is. All right. Anyways. So yes. Okay. So how does Wyckoff happen? First off, well, you have to have a lot of supply. That's how you make it. Then why does it happen like this? Why is it designed in this way? Because it's designed to get a lot of people on the wrong side of the trade. The reason why that is because psychologically speaking, this is well, first off, it's following a fucking full-on just melt to the upside, so everyone's bullish, myself included, and you have to be bullish as a trader in this sort of an uptrend. Yes, you can be looking for pullbacks, of which we did, but ultimately, the natural bias is going to be bullish until a reversal. But with that said, especially for retailers who might be a little bit less experienced, less educated in this realm, which is completely fine. I mean, you really have to spend your fucking life learning this shit if you if you truly want to succeed, in my opinion, because you're competing with people who are doing that. So you probably should be doing at the very least what they're doing. Anyways, looking at this right here, the way that the idea is they want to let go of as much supply as possible while still maintaining the current sort of price structure. And think of it as like a fish inside of a fish tank, and you don't want to tap the glass too hard. You just want to you got to tap it a little bit, but you don't want to tap it too hard because you're going to scare the fucking fish. They're going to go away. They're not going to they're not going to play the game. And that's exactly what happens when it actually breaks, obviously. So a lot of these people are letting go up over here, and you typically get a structure like this. And the big key is what we identified about a month ago right here in early May on this lower high. The first big warning signal was this lower low right here. I got a lot of shit after that for saying, hey, now is the time to be very, very careful on Bitcoin. This is dangerous. As long as we're below, $60,000, this could very easily turn bearish. And once we got that lower high right here, that was your first extremely major warning signal. And then breaking below $50,000 was the next one. So that's typically what you see. You want to see essentially a drive up, a failure, and then the bull trap, and then something resembling a bull trap right here, and that is usually going to create one of those major massive moves. So in the future, it's probably going to be a little more obvious. Once you've seen one of these, you can usually identify them pretty simply, but they do typically take some time, especially in Bitcoin, about three months or so, give or take a month from that. In traditional markets, you'll see this on a weekly, not on a daily. You'll see it on a weekly very likely, and it's going to take in some cases like a year. But it does work pretty consistently in most markets. All right, sweet. Done out. Mr. Armand says XLM against Bitcoin and USD short term. How about just USD? Because we can only take so many shitcoins at once, sir. Let's check it out right here. All right, XLM, and you're saying short and medium term. Okay, short and medium term. What does that mean to you? I'm going to go short term on a 4 hour. Short term, I'll be looking for a move towards 47.5. Medium term, I'll go to a 12 hour. 48.5. I mean, range highs are right around here, maybe a little bit higher than that, just below 50 cents or so. But again, this one within the context of the general market, certainly not relatively strong. This one is relatively weak, and I do not like the weekly right here. This weekly would look a lot more inherently bearish to me than most things within this market. I also want to check out. Oh, sorry. Ooh, very, very, very bad burp right there. Where's my actual XLM? Where's my Stellar Rumens? There we go. 45 cents. Yeah, I'm not I'm not as big of a fan of this as I am on most things, but could very easily have a move back to just under 50 cents. This one definitely relatively weak compared to most things within this market. I actually don't like this one. Weekly jewel sell signal, weekly TSI turning down. If I'm going to be bearish on anything, it would be this one, to be honest with you. Short term probably does have a little bit of an upside move, but fair enough on that. I need to take a sippy sip of this water though. I am damn thirsty right now. Oh, it tastes so good. Hey, what's up, Bitfinesse? Been a while, man. I only take really long trades now, like long-term trades, it sounds like. Cool. It works best for me. Hey, it sounds like you've backwards engineered what is, right for you to be doing. And that is part of being a trader. That is part of, the emotional maturity or just the maturity of becoming a trader. And that's awesome, man. Fuck yeah. You've helped me tighten my risk management. I'm glad that I could offer some value in that regard because I know what comes if you don't. Think in terms of probabilities and help to make my time in crypto phenomenally more enjoyable. Thank you for being. Hey man, my pleasure. And it sounds like you really did a lot of work yourself, and that deserves a lot of respect, man. Congratulations. That's fucking awesome. It takes time to do that. Oh, god damn it. Okay, Nimbo, now I see what you're saying. God damn it, Elsa, learn English for the love of God. Nimbo says, Elsa, tell Krown the bill text is in the chat. Okay, the bill text. What's up? Elsa says, go fuck yourself. Thank you. I love you too, sir. Anyways, Ozmanet says, hey, Krown, what's up, man? Can you please do fish on quick chart in the 4 hours, please? Quick chart. Okay. Let's see what pops up here. Quick chart. Is there something over here that's going to be quick chart or something? I'm not sure. We're talking about the same thing. Maybe you're probably within the context of this channel, or sorry, in this market. Oh my God, Fish McDonald's. What the fuck is this? Honey swap. I'm gonna guess it's this. Tell me. Oh, dear. Sir. If that's what you wanted to look at, very fucking bad. But I don't know, man. I don't see the quick chart. If that's I don't know. I don't know exactly what you're looking at. So maybe I should hold off on the horns there. But if it is this thing, yeah, looks pretty bad. Looks like it wants to go down. Okay, let's see. Tokyo channel, or nope, hold on. We'll get to that in a second. Hambone says, hey, Krown, can you check out Zill USD on the daily, weekly? Okay, Zilliqua, Zilladerp. Must be Canadian or something. Zilliqua. I'd be looking for short-term ups towards, well, very, very short-term, like 12 and a half. But what time frames did you say? Daily and weekly. Okay, so you're talking daily. Daily range high is going to be about 14 and a half region. As long as you're below there, you know, it's just ranging right now. Weekly, same shit. Very similar to the stellar chart. You know, I'm not as big of a fan of this chart as I am on some other ones. This one shows a lot more potential downside here, to be honest with you, too. This one actually... If I was just looking at this chart, and then what was the other chart that we looked at that didn't look too great? Yeah, stellar. I'd probably be saying this is gonna fucking drop out its floor. But you know, the strength in Bitcoin very likely does help these out, at least in the short term. So short term, yeah, I'd be looking up there. Hey, Bitcoin popping up now almost to $40,000. Not bad, sir. Not bad indeed. Tokyo Channel says, could you take a look at Burst USD short medium term? Hey man, you too. You have a fantastic day, sir. Burst USD. Okay, on Trex, still surviving on this graveyard of an exchange. Looking good, retracing the dump incredibly well. Short term, I'll be looking for a move basically to the high of this rally right here. But I'll tell you what, Tokyo, this one is infinitely better in my opinion, or at least in my eyes, than that Mona coin that you like. We see a weekly trend reversal. We see weekly golden cross. I always love that signal. I'd be looking for this one to ultimately trade up towards 3.4 cent and probably higher over time. This is good. This is an actual accumulation phase being resolved in late March and now just getting its markup phase. I like this a lot, actually, at least for that reason. Okay, sweet. Okay, you got the summary of it. Where now I got to fish out Nimbo's. Nimbo. I think Elsa's gonna have to copy and paste that one because I have no way of pulling this up right now. Holy shit, my whole... Oh wait, no, I see it. Okay, all right, Nimbo's got it. Nimbo is our resident financial advisor, by the way. No, he's our resident financial statement expert. Okay, Nimbo says, bill summary, a bill for an act relating to banking and finance to amend section something rather, reissue revised statutes of Nebraska sections something rather as well. Okay, blah, 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 legal talk. Okay, revised statutes cumulative supplement 2020 in section. Oh, Jesus Christ, man, this is just annoying now. Say something real. All right, statutes of Nebraska here we go. To adopt the Nebraska Financial Innovation Act to authorize digital asset depository entities and provide for the charter, operation, supervision, and regulations of such. Entitles to transfer funds to adopt uniform commercial code provisions on controllable electric records, to harmonize provisions, to provide operative dates, and to repeal the original sections. Okay, very interesting. So if I understand that in my small brain, it sounds like they're making some serious headway with like actually getting a fucking crypto bank in this bitch. We've come a long ways. Holy shit. That really is something. I mean, that's like actually something. That's pretty impressive. Very fucking impressive. Ben says, my super chat is not working for someone handling their spot holdings. Would you recommend putting stop losses on absolutely everything? Then if Bitcoin reaches 46,000 plus, how far below would you be setting your stops? Okay, hold on. Let me see if I understand this. Okay, for someone handling their spot holdings, would you recommend putting stop losses on absolutely everything? Then if Bitcoin reaches 46, I don't know what that means. I don't know what you're trying to say exactly. How far below would you be setting your stops? Look, man, I don't know what the fuck you're trying to do, sir. Are you holding this for life? Are you holding this for like another year? Are you trying to hold this for another month? Like if you're just looking for a very simple analysis of where to fucking panic on the macro here, well, it's actually pretty damn simple right now. Here's your last low right here, $34,000. I'd say any sort of a daily closure below 33 or especially $32,000, I'd get extremely fucking bearish. We're going to look towards moves below $30,000 and maybe even beyond over time. But I don't know if that's what you're asking. You need to be extremely specific with this stuff. And to be honest with you, and I'm not trying to pick on you right now, but I do think that this deserves to be said because it's important. Because this is important in my opinion. Look, if you don't have those sorts of very basic, no offense, very basic things already laid out, which you should have included in a message like that, it's very likely that you don't have a good plan to begin with. So my point is that I can't really understand what you're saying for the first part. Again, I'm not trying to pick on you, man. I'm hopefully trying to add some sort of value in some way. And then I also don't understand like what's your relevancy of $46,000. Like why that? I think that Bitcoin is not out of the woods as long as it's below $50,000, but that doesn't mean that I don't have a stop loss. Look, it's always a statistical game. And that means that there's a non-zero probability of it just completely fucking smashing through the floor at any given moment in time. It could be very close to zero probability, but at the same time, you know, you do have to prepare for situations like that. So do you, like, if you're just incorporating a situation with no stop loss, you're basically playing Bitcoin as like a long call, you know, I suppose potentially writing it to zero at some point. Not that I think that that's going to happen, but you know, that's just no way to fucking manage a real investment, which I don't know if like you're super serious about this or not. But if you are, I'd strongly suggest not getting into that mindset, not because I think that Bitcoin's going to zero, but because you're going to apply that probably at the wrong time in the future and man, probably pay in spades for it. How do I know that? Because I've done the same thing, sir. I've done the same thing. Optic Earth says, good day, mate. Good day to you, sir. Sending you good vibes from Noosa, Australia. Nice, man. Always got the chillest people from Australia. Can you kindly, and New Zealand too, of which we have a lot of Kiwis here. Can you kindly take a look at Luna 4 hour and daily, please? Ew. All right, Luna. We got some Luna action over here. We got the old Luna fucking peanut butter tongue. I'd be looking for a little bit of upside here, probably up to like $9 or so. I think it bounced with the rest of the market. But you're looking at oh, you said daily. Okay, so that would be my daily 4 hour. Short-term structure like 836, 835 region. I basically think it's going to follow through. 4 hour jewels also continuation posture here too for short-term. So fair enough. Yeah, probably follows the rest of the market. Mr. Bitcoin Beats, there he is. What's up, brother? You know, sorry, another YouTuber I should probably send you to. Good guy, good attitude, and pretty good information too. Damien is probably new to the internet. Damien, leave a fucking comment. I appreciate it, man, but you know, I feel like when people typically, you know, do the old super chat, they probably want like a comment too. So make sure that you include that with it. Otherwise, it's nearly impossible for us to pick it up, man. Like you got to play by their rules. We're limited by that, unfortunately. So hopefully, it's like I just get a little bit on edge sometimes when like people, you know, take it personally. Not that I'm saying that you do. It's just I know that some people in the past have, and rightfully so. I mean, you think that like you're being ignored or something, but if there's no message alongside of it, I can't pick it up, sir. Go Lucky says, hi, bro. What's up? What's up, Go Lucky? Much love from Sydney. Fucking nice. Your lesbian voice soothes my crypto soul. Nice. I'm glad that we could be here together, soothing each other's souls in a very respectful and platonic way, sir. Ray T says, hey, Krown, can you please check out AUD US? Okay, Aussie dollar. Yeah, here we go. Oh, we got some Forex, baby. I actually really like looking at Forex a lot more than fucking crypto in some cases. Looking good here, short term. Short term, I'll be looking for this one to pop up to 78 cents. I'm mostly bearish on US dollar right now. Daily probably popping up to 78.5. You know, I like this at least on the daily. What about the weekly? Just out of curiosity. Oh, wow. Oh, fuck. Golden cross, above all major moving averages, higher lows, weekly reversal, bullish as fuck. Holy shit. Let's go look at Dixie really quick. Dixie, oh no, my dollars, no. Those bastards, man, they're wrecking my dollars, my poor sweet dollars. Oh well. All right, Bitcoin, what are you doing over here? Almost 39.9. Getting closer to our $42 to $43,000 area. Looking good here. We even have a little bit of an ascending triangle going on right here as well. Not super obvious, but I do like that higher lows as always. And what do we have here? Yeah, about just above $42,000 actually. I'll be looking towards. Looking decent there. Looking decent there. Okay. Shahar, there he is. He did vet while connecting me to a pedophile. He did bet. Yeah, I mean, we already got bet. I see you there, Mr. Shahar. Mr. Epstein. Mr. Epstein Shahar. Justin Falk says, Krown, random, but thanks for... Thanks for always breaking down the vids with chapters. Hey man, actually, I don't do that myself. We actually have a team member here now, Mr. Sergey. So you should be thanking Mr. Sergey because he's been doing this relentlessly and he does a really fucking good job at it. So massive shout out to Sergey. I salute you, sir. It's been incredibly fucking helpful. I appreciate it just as much as the community here as well, like Mr. Justin Falks. It's fucking awesome, man. So hell yeah. Yeah, it really helps like make this, relatable over time. Ivan Shebatr. Oh, we got a Russian. We have a Russian. Everyone fucking hide. I heard about you guys on CNN. You guys are all bad. Bunch of fucking election meddling Russians. Elon Musk. There you go, man. I was actually reading some more Elon Musk hate tweets the other day, so always very enlightening. I think Elsa stopped doing the super chats here, but I think I can pull them up right now. I see where we left off. Anthony Nicholson says, how do you set stop loss in Coinbase? I don't trade on Coinbase, so I can't tell you that. I'd imagine they probably have a stop loss or conditional order form. If you're not sure on how to set up a stop loss, I would check out one of my exchange tutorial videos because it will go over a stop loss setup there, and it should be pretty much most of the same amongst all major exchanges. So it should be pretty damn simple. I mean, you either have a stop loss, you either have a stop market or stop limit. Now, if you're newer to trading, which with a question like that, I'm going to guess that maybe you are. Again, nothing wrong with that. We all start somewhere. I would strongly suggest doing a stop market, not a stop limit. To reduce confusion. With a stop market, you just set in a trigger price. The trigger price is where your order will enter at market. So sometimes you won't get filled exactly at the price that you've displayed. And what happens after that? Well, you get out for however many quantity you have specified. All right, sweet. Let's see. We got Damien finally got it. Excuse me, Boomer. I understand, man. I'm also a boomer too. I got gray hairs all over my body. I don't even have gray hairs. I have like white hairs, and it's like invading my whole body now. It's absolutely disgusting. Excuse me, boomer. I am. Me too, my friend. Anyways, if bull trap plays out at 45 to 50,000 bucks Bitcoin, where is a good limit buy set for Ethereum since they pair usually? Well, if you get a bull trap, you don't want to buy. Okay. Look, if you get a bull trap on Bitcoin, anywhere in like the mid to upper 40s, a bull trap would imply that this is not going to be the low. And if this is not going to be the low, you can expect Bitcoin to go deep into the $20,000 region, probably at the very least all the way down to 25,000, maybe lower than that over time. If that were to happen, so we're making assumptions here. I want to be very, very clear. We're making a lot of assumptions right now. If that were to happen, where I'd be looking at on Ethereum, probably somewhere down around either 1,200 or 1,300 Ethereum, if that were to happen. It's a long ways away, but as always, it is good to have, plans for that on the other side. That would essentially be my plan if I was if I was looking at Ethereum long term. All right, Bob Lazarian, aka Turbo Man. Oh wait, no, sorry, I just skipped someone. Oh wow, I just skipped a few people. Sorry about that. Oh no, but it is Bob Lazarian still. Part 1, hey Krown, I'm a 2018 OG, my fucking man. Over the years, purchased your first 2 programs. Can't thank you enough. I was a complete noob, and I've took a 50,000 initial investment and 12. What the fuck? Nice, man. That's awesome. Holy shit. You 12 decks, so you have $500,000. You have more than $500,000 now. Not bad, man. Not bad. You're also beating the market too, seeing as you came in at 2018. So you've actually seen some serious market. Like you're actually seasoned at this point, man. You've seen brutal downs. You've seen face melting ups. And you're coming out ahead of the market too. That's really impressive, man. That's really fucking impressive. Where's part two? However, I've been fortunate with the shitcoins. Shout outs to Elio Trades. Yeah, man, he is the shitcoin master right there. Not my game, but he's the guy for that in my opinion. Anyway, to DM you for some advice, or should I comment on the Discord? One question right before this recent Bitcoin crash. If you're in the program, so I'm imagining that you're in the members section on the Discord, just tag me in a post, man, and I can respond there. If it's like super personal, we can send a friend request, but a lot of the time it just gets lost in my inbox because it's just overloaded, and and a lot of the time I get friend requests and it's like, obviously you're probably not going to do this, or I imagine you're definitely not going to do this, but a lot of the time I get friend requests and it's like, give me money, can you? It's like a sob story and then give me money. It's like, it always makes you feel bad, but Jesus Christ, it's a hard thing to actually deal with, honestly. Another topic though, not even relevant to you, so apologies for that. Yeah, if you're in the member section on the Discord, which I imagine you are, seeing as you have both the programs, it sounds like, just tag me in a post, and assuming that like I'm awake, Assuming that I'm awake, I'll see it on my phone, and if I'm awake and I see it on my phone, then I'll usually respond. You know, within time too. You know, I've told us to make sure that, you know, I do have a life too. Sometimes I eat, and sometimes I go to the sauna or the gym, and those are like the 2 to 3 hours a day that I usually do not respond. Matthew Dorsey says, GME please. Okay, GameStop. Oh, I'm curious where this one's led up to now. How's this one holding up in this market that's been nothing but straight up? Holy shit, is this one going to give another try to the upside? I think it is. Or at least short term, probably like 235 region. Let's see what Weekly says. Weekly, what are you doing here? Can't really hate this for right now, I guess short term, although I do strongly believe this one will find its way back down below $50 at some point, but maybe not just yet. I mean, popping back above $200 is not necessarily bearish, especially on a closure. I'd have to be looking for short term upside, at the very least 235 short term, probably another test up all the way to 280. At that point, I don't even want to say it, man, because yeah, I don't even want to say it, but this is technically not fucking bearish right now. So fair enough, at least short term, medium term upside, sir. Ozanemet says, hey Krown, what's up, man? Sorry if on Quick Chart app website is a DeFi. Oh, the problem with that is, man, it's like I really don't want to be pulling up these like exotic things. Maybe it's on CoinGecko. I think they have a lot of ones, and I trust them more. What the fuck was it? It was called Fish. It's not even on CoinGecko. What the hell? Dude, that is like not good. I can just briefly bring it up over here. I really don't like doing this, but let's see, quick chart. All right, so this seems to be. Oh my god, man, this is gonna be something. This is gonna be something very fucking bizarre here. Hey man, I'm looking at this right now. I don't want to download an application. I apologize. I know it's annoying. I know that you donated, but I really don't want to download an application to my computer right now, especially while I'm like on a live stream. I've just had some bad experiences in the past, but look, man, if it's not on TradingView, and especially if it's not on CoinGecko, I just can't look at it. It's going to be too hard to pull up. It's a token in the Matic network called Fish, first Fish token in search bar. They're trying to be an automated market maker token. Automated market maker is going to be very difficult to actually pull off. It probably sounds good in theory, but I used to be an actual market maker authorized trader, and I can tell you, while most of trading just in general and market making in general is automated, you know, you always do need someone kind of sitting back behind there, because there are very nasty events that can and will happen. That I can tell you. So I can just tell you at the outset of the premise of that coin, there's definitely going to be some times where that tokens or whatever the protocol is going to be absolutely fucking overwashed. But unfortunately, man, I really don't want to download this application right now. I apologize. I know that might sound a little bit harsh, but I can't risk it, and I also don't want to deal with it right now. Okay, sweet. Model Changer says, hey Krown, what's up, man? Thanks for the stream. My pleasure, man. Please see CXO BTC on the daily weekly. CXO BTC. Okay, Cargo X on KuCoin. All right, said daily weekly. All right. Daily's okay. I mean, this one's got wicks to fucking hells both ways. Let's see, long term is definitely a shitcoin, but it is popping above the accumulation range now, maintaining above it too. I'd have to be long term bullish on it, looking for a move towards 900 plus satoshis or so, somewhere up here on the weekly. But this thing is look. I really don't like charts like this, man. It looks like it's incredibly low liquidity. We're seeing like, you know, 5% moves on a single tick. It feels like we just saw. But technically speaking, popping back above this region is not bearish in any way, shape, or form. I'd probably be looking for a long-term move towards 900 or so. But I don't feel too good about these sorts of things, to be honest with you. Okay, we got. Hold on. We're back up here. Okay. We got a part 3 for Bob Lazarian. Says many alts were mooning with Bitcoin pairs. Would those be the best moments to sell into Bitcoin? Yes. You want to sell into strength in that case. Much love and respect. Can you check out Nexo, Cake, Rune, and KLV? Man, that is a lot, sir. That is a lot. Can we just check out? I don't even know the tickers for those. We can check out like Cake. How about that one? I think that one's rather popular, and maybe Rune as well. Does Rune sound familiar? I feel like it does, but again, not a whole hell of a lot of history here to be going off of on a higher term time frame. Daily, I'd be looking for a move probably up to like 21.5, maybe $22, and test the top side of the medium term time frame range here. You know, if this one wants to get going with Bitcoin, maybe look for extension over the next few days to like $24, but at the very least short term up to like 22 or so. Rune will do really quickly here too. Rune. There we go. Rune on Binance. This one acted a lot better. This one's certainly relatively strong. Short term, I'll probably be looking for it to pop back up towards like about 15 bucks or so. Weekly, good buyback. Any sort of a closure above the 10 symbol, I'd look for another retest of the $19 high. Okay, now where? Okay, we got that. Kubeski, what's up, Kubeski Osman? Hey, Mr. Krown. Hello, sir. Who blow dries your hair? Actually, the funny thing is I don't blow dry it at all. I just fucking stick it in the sauna and then it becomes dry over about 5 minutes. And I don't brush it either, says Elson. That's right, I don't brush it. Can you take a look at ENJ USD on the 4-hour daily? Yep. ENJ USD over here. Engine coin. I think this was the one that like had a deal with Samsung, like I don't know, a few years ago or something like that. I remember the hype behind that. Daily probably does pop back up somewhere around about 155 region and test around that area. 4-hour. Let's see. let's see what the 4-hour looks like right here. For maybe a short-term pullback, 132 could very easily happen, but I like the higher low right here. And technically speaking, yeah, I'd be favoring another test around the range highs, 150 to 155 region. Okay, sweet. Oh dear lord. Okay. A lot of people saying we did it. Guys, again, while I am short-term bullish here, I would be very careful just yet. I'd be very careful just yet, but it is looking good. We're seeing a lot of signs of professional accumulation, in the mid to low $30,000 region. Just, I wouldn't rule out another move down there, maybe even the next few weeks or so. I would certainly not rule out another move down there, but ultimately, short-term, yeah, it looks good. Looks very good, actually. Okay, bless you, sir. Chemo says, dude, you have one of the best channels. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that, man. It's really, really humbling, honestly. This channel's like become my life. It's really something, man. It gives me like something exciting to do in the morning, because I mean, trading is like a rather solitude type endeavor, but it's also like playing a video game too. So fun times, man. Definitely some fun times. Hey man, it's just a nice positive message the whole way through. I have to say, massive appreciation, man. I salute you. Thank you. Damien says, bull trap plays out. How long do we go sideways? Okay, if bull trap plays out, it's not sideways, sir. It's continuation downside. If you get a bull trap, this is going to make new lows. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to put in a bull trap. It's still potential as long as below about 50,000 bucks. So you do have to prepare for some situation like that. If a bull trap happens, it's not going sideways. It's going lower, and this is probably done for a long time, because if it goes lower, we will have a weekly downtrend in place. Right now, we don't necessarily have it just yet. But if the weekly does get a downtrend, I will get extremely bearish on this asset. It doesn't have it just yet. This is why I have remained more or less macro bullish on this whole way through, despite all of the some very mean messages, actually, which is kind of weird. It's weird that people get so cult-like. I guess if you disagree with them. But the thing about trading is, like, you can disagree with me and then not say anything to me and then make a trade, and you can make a shit ton of money, and you don't need to convince me. It's like, that's usually a good sign that someone's, I don't know, man, someone's just, there's something else, something else. So I'll just leave it there, man. Have we taken the last 2-day high on CME? We have. Yep. I'm looking for that move to come up a little bit higher here. Okay. But to answer your question, Damien, how long would, like, assuming that, we're making a big assumption here, which I actually don't think is going to happen. At least it wouldn't be my first assumption right now. If Bitcoin puts in a bull trap, let's say deep $40,000 region, and then comes back down, how long would that take? I'm guessing for your question is, how long would it take to come back down, reaccumulate at some point, and then try again to the upside? Could be like half a year to a year, maybe longer. It'd be a while. Crypto Soup says, hey, what's up, Crypto Soup? Hey, still using evolved markets for Forex, or can you recommend any good Forex broker in Europe with MT5 support? Cheers. If you're going to trade Forex in Europe, it's probably just better to go to like a real legitimate place. If you really want to use Bitcoin as collateral, I think that you can also trade on Prime XBT, but I think probably Evolve's a better option in that case. But they all kind of come with their own pros and cons. So if you're really serious about it and you're in Europe, and you're a European citizen, more importantly, I just go to like one of the major actual legitimate exchanges and not fuck around with it. You're going to get a lot tighter spreads. It's going to be a better experience for you, and that's really what I'd feel more comfortable with suggesting. Okay, cool. I got you, Bob Lazarian. I got you, brother. I got you, man. Let's see. Tony. Oh shit. Tony, where are you? Tony. Please respond. XMR USDT daily on Binance, please. Yep, I got you, man. Okay, XMR Monero. Yeah, let's see how Monero's doing this one. I always like Monero. It's just Monero just seems nice. Let's see. Oh, I guess I don't have it versus. Oh no, it's right there. All right, 268. I'd be looking for this one to pop back up towards about 295 region. Daily, yeah, 290 to 295, or maybe even $300. I think it pops back up here short term. I'd look for Bitcoin on direction, but hey, you know, I do think that we are in the midst of potentially putting in another higher low on the weekly. Problem is, I want to see the weekly closure for this one long term. For right now, though, I give it some respect just because it's got the Monero name, and I'd be looking for a little bit of short term upside here. Momentum also to say, yeah, they're all beat to shit. I'm looking for this one to pop back up somewhere around $300 or so. Bear is coming, says John OG. Could be, but do you promise? And then he says, bear or bull? Are you? All right, fair enough. I mean, everyone's entitled to their opinions, right? Colby Diuk says, probability Cardano hits $2 by 5 p.m. PST. It sounds like someone needs to pay rent. I can't come up with probabilities for that. Actually, Caretaker's working on some that we might even be able to do something like that, but I don't really trust those things too much because there's too much shit going on there. Probability that it hits $2 before 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Look, man, if that's your due, I can't give you an answer in good faith because I have no way of fucking knowing that. Do I think that Cardano will trade back up there? Yes, I see something incredibly obvious right here. What do I see right here that's obvious? We see a death cross that was hinted at on a 4-hour, which I think actually works rather well in cryptocurrency land. Whenever you see something like this where it gets hinted at and then it pops above the 55 in this case, it's going to run the other way. And in this case, the next obvious target actually isn't going to be $2. It's going to be about 185, 190. Do I think that it gets continuation to $2? Yes, I do. But before 5 p.m., I have no fucking way of knowing that. And it really scares me that that's like a situation to begin with, because I don't think that there's any futures contracts for this thing that are literally closing today on a Wednesday of all days at 5 p.m. For this. So I'm inclined to say I think it gets there. I don't know about timing on that, though, man. Timing is not really something that I think can be done all that well. Okay, sweet. Anthony Nicholson is back, says, can you check out Bitcoin as it correlates with international currency exchange equivalencies as they are correlated to migratory patterns of Canadian geese? I've been trolled again. Fuck. Bastard. Fucking got me on that one. You were leading me into that for a second. I'm like, okay, either this guy is incredibly smart and I can't follow, or this is a troll comment. Motherfucker. Dread Mining says, hey man, my pleasure, sir. Have you looked into changing your dollars into stablecoins and then using DeFi? No, I've been looking to change my dollars into euros because I'm trying to buy a house and my dollar is getting wrecked. I've actually been doing a lot of that recently too. No, I don't fuck with stablecoins. I don't fuck with any of that. I don't fuck with farming. I don't fuck with DeFi. I'm not saying that it's bad. It's just not for me, man. I don't really have the time to go learn that or the need to learn that. I'm more than happy just trading, the big caps here because they have the liquidity. I trust them a little bit more, as much as you can, I guess, trust a very nascent technology like magic internet money. Overall, I'd say it's not my game. So you're trying to feed a cat a dog bone, I think. And I'm just not going to be the person to ask for something like that, man. If I'm going to go back to like stable coins, I'd rather just go back to fiat anyways. Like, not saying that they're all going to be bad. I mean, there's definitely going to be some winners there, yes, but I never deal with it. I've actually never even gone into a stable coin, I don't think. Kimoto says link daily and 4-hour. I think we looked at that one maybe earlier. It had a pretty damn good bounce thus far. Yeah, it's already hidden up towards our about 32 and a half to $33 target short term. Daily can extend that to about 34, maybe even 35. I'd be looking for it to play between the 21 and 55 right here. This actually looks like a decent buyback. Weekly, I want to see weekly closure for the long term. I have no comment on that just yet. Yeah, I'll leave it right there. I do see some pretty bad things on the weekly though. That would be a not perfect jewel cell zone. I want to kind of see it like curl around and be smoother, but that could be looked at by aggressive people as like a major signal. Weekly TSI, coming down still, but still in the bullish buy zone. So I'd probably wait for the weekly to really judge this one more long term, but short term, yeah, a little bit of upside extension here. Very likely alongside Bitcoin, I'd imagine. Symbol BK says, hey Krown, what's up, man? Can you look at FTM USD on the 4-hour, daily, and weekly? Okay. All right. This is Phantom. No. FTM. Yeah, there we go. Phantom. Binance. All right. All right, weekly, can't make much out of this as it is right now. I do not like it coming back down and basing below the last range low. That is not a good sign usually. Daily, short term, I'll be looking for a move towards 40.5 cent. 4 hour, or was that a daily? 4 hour, same target for 41 cent or so. Let me make sure on the daily. Yeah, daily could easily extend up towards about 45, 46 cent over the next few days, but I'd be looking for continuation on Bitcoin to like 42, maybe 43 before that becomes a reasonable possibility. Just short-term upside here implied, but yeah, upside nonetheless. All right. The Saturn Epoch says, did I miss cheap links? Please say it. It'll go back down because my money is waiting. Okay, so did you miss cheap links? So basically the question is, do I think that link could come back down? Well, I mean, it can always come back down. But right now, I'd be looking for it to have a bit of an up phase. Now, if it does come back down, your obvious areas are going to be your upper 20s at about 27 bucks. Anywhere around the 200 simple and 200 exponential average are going to be very, very obvious right there. Did you miss your cheap links? I mean, it depends what kind of time frame you're looking on. Like how far out are you? Because the weekly, I mean, is still under pressure here significantly. I would not feel comfortable saying that this is all said and done on the weekly just yet. Daily looks good though. Daily looks good for now, at least for some short-term upside. So you're probably gonna be sitting on your hands for a little bit of time here if that. If it comes back down anywhere between about 25, 27, 28 bucks, I'd probably be, if I were a long-term investor, I'd probably be thinking about nibbling a bit, but I say that with great reservation, mostly because I really want to look at Bitcoin for direction here. And if Bitcoin starts to like really do what we spoke about earlier, that would supersede anything else that I say. So fair enough. Okay, FOX says, sup dog? Hello dog, how you doing? How you doing fam? Can you take a look at Bitcoin Ethereum on the 4 hour? Sure man. Bitcoin versus Ethereum. Okay, do you mean Ethereum versus Bitcoin? Specifically, yeah, we can do that. Let's see. Right here. Looking for a spot to move some Bitcoin to Ethereum in the next couple days. Okay, well, this is Ethereum versus Bitcoin, just to be 100% clear, because that is usually the way that you do chart these things. And you're looking for moving some Bitcoin to Ethereum. Well, if you're looking to move some Bitcoin into Ethereum, you're probably looking for the next pullback. This one has some short-term upside implied, extremely likely. Honestly, man, I think this one's probably the most likely one to play back up around its prior highs on this run at around upper 7 millions, maybe even low 8 million satoshis there. If you're looking more long term, I do think that it could very easily have another sort of like higher low structure somewhere around about mid to low 6 million satoshis, but that could take some time, and there's no promises on that one. Short term, it does like the upside. It looks like, yeah, weekly I still like too. Yeah, I don't really have much to add on to it. Long term, this one's bullish, man. That's the thing with it. If we go over here to the monthly, I think this chart speaks volumes for itself. Any sort of closure like this coming into Monday next week, you're gonna see me be bullish for probably a big move over the next few months here. All right, cool. Basil, what's up, Basil? Kramer, drink some water. Thanks, sir. But actually, I'm not that thirsty right now. But thank you. Thank you for your consideration. Amadeus Giannis says, Krown, sir, could you take a look at my old pal VTC, USD, and Bitcoin? Just one, sir. 4 hour on daily. Okay. Yeah, VTC. Wait, is this Vertcoin? Oh my God, this is Vertcoin. Holy shit, I remember this one. Holy fuck, it's still alive. Definitely not the darling of this market, and definitely not, if you have your pick of everything in this market, this would not be it. But look, man, it is popping back above that accumulation range. You can't really hit it as long as it's above about 50 cents right here. I would actually play this one bullish as long as it's above about 50 cents. Monthly is okay. Yeah, again, I can't hate this on a monthly. Probably does follow the rest of the market. 275 would be next major macro area to the upside, to be fair. What time frames are you looking at? A 4 hour. Okay, well, 4 hour up, I'd be looking at just north of $1, like 105 to 106 region. Looks decent here short term. Following the rest of the market, good. Mr. C. Oh wait, nope, we are. David Davian says, can you look at? Man, that is a cool name, David Davian. Talk about alliteration. Can you look at scale, please? Okay, scale. Man, my computer's about a foot and a half away from my eyes, and I still can barely see it. All right, scale USD. Maybe FTX is the one to go to for this. Who the hell knows for something like this though? Short term up, I'd probably be looking towards 41 and some odd change. 41.3 region, tentatively speaking. No time frame given. Where the fuck do I go with this? Oh, it's a shitcoin chart. Bitcoin, please, are inbound right now, but it does have a little bit of short term upside here. Definitely not my pick of the litter. This one would be relatively weak in this market as well. Definitely not the one I want to be going with. to be honest with you. But, you know, it's going to follow the rest of the market very, very likely. Oh, man, I already see Mr. DeCamps, but hold on, a couple more people before that. Can you check out XDC USDT? Okay, I remember this one was... What is this thing? XFin Network. All right, it's on Finex. Can't be that bad if it's on Finex. They have some more stringent rules. Again, not the strongest one of the... Well, actually, no, this one's actually pretty damn good long term. Wow, this is actually pretty impressive so far here. Short term, yes, upside. I'll be looking at extremely short term, 5.8 cent, and then probably continuation over the next couple days towards like 6.25 or so, maybe a little bit more than that. Above this area right here, 7.25, I'd be looking for this one to kind of return to former form in the upper 8s, and maybe even completely negate this whole dump dildo party. But this one actually holding up, respectively speaking, long term, not so poorly, there. Okay, sweet. Derek Steinbeck says, can you please make a poster of Bear Jesus on the side of the building from your intro video? I think I might actually have that in my folders somewhere. I actually might have that. Yeah, I could probably do that. It's going to take a little bit of work on my own behalf because it's a whole mess in there, but I might be able to do that actually. Hey, there he is. Mr. DeCamps is back. The Dominicans are here. Part 73, baby. They're returning and they're back at it. Okay, Yuka, for your thoughts. Nice. ARB LSE. Okay, yeah, I remember you looking at this one. This is another blockchain. Some sort of, I don't know. Are they a miner? I'm inclined to think that they are. We can see that those lower highs definitely played out. I'd be looking for a short-term pop back up towards 151 region. Pre-market's already trading. No, it's trading parity. Yeah, I'd be looking for a little bit of short-term test up here, 153 region. Then I want to see the weekly close, Mr. DeCamps. If the weekly can close above about 153, I would look for this one to pop all the way back up to this 205 region, just north of 200-ish or so. Over time, that would be implied. But right now, we got a lot of good things going on. Multiple drives of bullish divergence off this low on the daily. It's a respectful time frame. Daily TSI looking for a bit of an upside twist there too. I give this one a chance here to trade back up. A long-term hold to accumulate more, and then toward end of Bitcoin bull cycle to then buy you, because this one very likely plays with Bitcoin as well, and Bitcoin in a bouncy posturing probably implies that this one is going to be too. So short term, yeah, I'd be looking at that target, and then it probably is going to just try that next move up to 200 plus anyways. But technically speaking, I'd want to see that closure first and foremost. But it's looking promising, at least for the time being. Okay, Ozan Nemet says, thank you, Krown. My pleasure, man. It's not an app. That's the name of the website. Quickchart.app is the chart for QuickSwap. Okay, let me see if I can pull it up. Okay. Quickchart.app. All right, let's see if this works. Okay, so it's a web app. All right, so pulled it up over here. I feel like I'm doing marketing. Okay, search for a token, and it's fish. Derp. All right, so it's this thing right here. God, how the fuck do you find something like this, man? How the hell do you find something like this? Sorry for being persistent. No, man, it's I feel bad because I didn't pull it up earlier. I guess I didn't understand the situation. Okay, this is a 5-minute chart. Oh my God, it doesn't even have a... Oh man, this one doesn't have a whole hell of a lot of history here, but at least for the time being, look, we got a higher low on the daily. Yeah, it's probably going to try back up towards $27. Do I think that it'll probably take out that high and continue onwards and forwards? Very likely, yes. Where's your tentative target going to be? You got your lows here just above $10. You got your highs here about 26.5. It's probably going to be somewhere in like the mid 30s if I had to guess. But I don't feel too comfortable on anything that has, this low amount of history on an exchange that I don't think anyone has ever heard of. I'm actually more interested to hear, how the fuck did you find this? How the fuck did you find this, like, for real? But all good, man. But all good. All right, cool. Well, I guess that was easier than what I thought. Okay. Hex about to blow the ceiling. Do you want to check out Hex? I mean, we can check out Hex. To be honest, I mean, look, yeah, Hex is bullish as fuck here. Oh my God. Hex's chart is, Hex and Polygon are like neck and neck for some of the best charts in this game. Again, specifically just looking at charts. That's saying something right there. Just higher lows, man. Can't fight the higher lows here. I'd still stick with 8-9 cents. Long term, wow, that's really fucking impressive, man. Really fucking impressive. Dota Master says, yeah, Hex looks nice. I mean, I have to agree. Again, I know that a lot of people do not like this one fundamentally. I'm not making a comment on that as far as charts go. This one and Matic are the two best charts in cryptocurrency land, by and large. Nothing else comes close right now, actually. This is pretty fucking good. I mean, this is literally like it had its chance to dump. It didn't even dump below the daily 21. I mean, that's while the rest of the market was going down to like weekly major levels, this one barely even got to a fucking daily one. You can't be bearish. Look, no matter how much you hate this thing, you cannot be bearish on this. Or at least I cannot be bearish on this based off its current structure. Be maybe short-term bearish below about 3.95 cent all the way down to 2.5. But ultimately, this one's showing a lot of strength in a market that is trying to beat the absolute shit out of everything. So got to give respect where respect is due, and I'd still be looking 8-9 cents or so long-term. Timothy Brake says, hi, can you check out J&J Johnson & Johnson? Sure. Daily, weekly, please. A quick XRP Euro daily as well. Sir, just one, man, just fucking one. Got a lot of people here, but we can look at Johnson & Johnson really quickly. You know, a lot of people asked for XRP, so maybe we'll look at that one anyways. Good on the weekly. Daily, a little bit of short-term downside, maybe back down to like 168.5, but long-term, I like it. Monthly, bullish as fuck. I'd be looking for new all-time highs coming into June. It looks good on the macro, but I don't know. Oh, no, you did say timeframes. Long-term on the monthly, which you did not ask for, it's actually very good. Monthly RSI telling the story right here. Hidden bullish divergence right back into the bullish control zone. That's a really fucking strong read on new all-time highs. I'm always going to be extremely bullish on that, especially when volatility is actually trending up here too. Like it's extremely likely to be trend continuation here. Very fucking good chart, extremely good chart. Solta Nigas says, hey Krown, what's up, man? Was the Phil TA there? Yes. We are. Oh wait, no. I don't think we've seen Phil yet. I don't think we've done Phil yet. Go to Binance. Whoa, barely even a monthly. That looks like absolute garbage. But okay, this one is a very easy call right here. This is certainly relatively weak. But within the context of this market, do I think that it's not going to follow Bitcoin right now? It wants to try to move back up to about 88.5, maybe even 94 region. I'd be looking for, some pullbacks within that region. Definitely extremely relatively weak compared to the rest of the market. Most things are not basing off like this right now. I mean, this one actually even made a slightly low right there too, a few days ago. Not a big fan of this chart overall, but it's going to follow the rest of the market, probably short term, maybe like 78.25. If Bitcoin gets going here to the mid 40,000s, I'd be looking somewhere around here, but definitely not relatively strong. Old Vup says, hey Krown, what's up, man? Been a lurker for years. Well, fine, good to meet you, man. Hope you have a great day. Hey man, you too, brother. And good to finally meet you, sir. it's always cool to meet the OGs of the OGs, even if we don't know from way back when. What else did I miss over here? Okay, I think that was the last. Oh, no. We got a few more here. All right, Mr. Ciano's back. Okay, sir, I'm shocked you know about VTC. Any stories about it? I don't have any stories about it. I just remember like when I was first starting to look at like crypto YouTube, I remember there was this one fucking guy, this like kid who he couldn't have been more than 25 years old. If I had to guess, he was probably like 22 or 23, and he was singing the praises of Vertcoin and like really fucking aggressively shilling it. And I just remember it, and I remember like looking at him like, oh my god, man, this is only going to go down from here, and this guy is going to get absolutely just destroyed. And I remember just checking back in on his videos from time to time until eventually, I mean, I guess he had enough of it and he just deleted his channel, because that was fucking nasty, man. That's the only story that I have for that one. That's how I know that one. Altcoin. Jay Boogie, 10-hour Bitcoin is something you should start looking at again. Let's see. 10-hour charts seem to actually work pretty damn well in cryptocurrency land, funnily enough. This would be your inverted head and shoulder target, by the way. Also your bull trap area too, which is kind of nasty. 10-hour, some phantom bullish divergence implied right there. Already played out hidden bearish from 40,000 all the way down to 36. The $4,000 move has certainly already played out. 10-hour jewel, buy signal right here. That was 24th of May. Let's see where that was. That was right here. So not on the low, but on this drive right here. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, good. Yeah, man. 10-hour does seem to have a lot of merit in this land, and relatively easy chart to kind of follow up on with too. Yeah. Thanks for calling that one out, man. The Saturn Epoch says, thank you, Professor, for stink link. There, I smell that crypto masochism group. They will get our hopes up and dump it soon. Dump everything soon. I'd feel quite comfortable in saying this. The faster that Bitcoin tests like 47,000 bucks, the more I start to look at that as, likely to come back down into range overall. I'd still be looking at this potential bottom until we actually break down, but maybe not. You know, I know that's not too helpful, but at the end of the day, man, you know, I would not fight the current structure as long as that holds. It's still a little bit further away. Hosea Kotzer says the full moon is rising now in Australia, Krown. Bitcoin will pump. Bitcoin will rise like the cobra. That's exactly right, man. Shorters beware. The fucking moon. I can't believe I spoke about the moon yesterday, man. I can't fucking believe that. Oh dear oh dear God. I mean, the problem with speaking about something like that in a fun way is that there are people who will either deliberately or somehow misinterpret that you're literally doing a fucking joke and be like, oh my God, I can't believe Krown is talking about me, this fucking moron. It's like, okay. Internet's going to be a dangerous place for you, sir. Nuance, my friend, fucking nuance. Mr. Phi, he's back. Sir, has Superflower Blood Moon, actual name Keck. Is that really Superflower Blood Moon? Summoned Bulaji. I don't know. Blood Moon would seem like bearish, right? Do you see recent dominance action as bearish retest or reversal, sir? Okay, recent dominance action, no, is bearish retest first and foremost. The reason why I say that is because Bitcoin dominance is in a macro downtrend, so you do have to be looking at it at that, you know, that vein. But let's go over here to a weekly. But I still do think it will trade. I do still think that it will come up here. You know, it can take some time. These are my levels, 51 and 55.5%. Those are the big ones. You know, we hit a macro area over here. It's going to take some time. But long term, you got to go with the trend, I suppose. Bitcoin dominance also not fully complete. I mean, it's a hard one to analyze in and of itself because we do see some coins just absolutely killing it, aka Matic, I guess Hex too, and some that are just, you know, just complete fucking schlumps that will very unlikely do anything of particular interest in this market. We got that one. We are already over 2 hours here. All right, Jeffrey. Jeffrey's the last one of the day. KLV on the daily. LFG. Oh boy. I've never heard of this one, so this should be good. Clever Tether. Oh boy. KuCoin and Bittrex. A couple of dead exchanges, but actually decent enough right here. I'd be looking for this one to pop back up to 90 cents. I'd be looking for this one to pop back up to 90 cents. Okay. It's okay. Daily RSI is fine right here. And technically speaking, this one actually has held up decently well, I suppose, all things considered. You know, you got some pretty obvious structure right here. Here's your low. You got a higher low right here. Nice. Just put another higher low a couple days ago. I'd be looking for a move somewhere back around here. Now, above this level right here, above this guy right here, about 10 and a quarter cent, I'd be looking for this to actually retest prior highs on this run. Yeah, fair enough. Actually decent chart. Damien says, help a boomer get his money he paid figuring this Zoomer tech out by checking out Matic on the 1 hour and 4 hour. Need a quick flip. Wage slave here. All right, man. I mean, we've looked at it plenty of times. I'm pretty sure I'm going to say the same thing as I did before, even on the short-term time frames. You know, it's got some short-term upside here. I think daily looks fine to me, but you know, if you're looking for a quick flip, sir, you know, look, the ideal, I don't know, you know, I don't know if you're just like posting like a flippant facetious comment, but you know, at the end of the day, man, do I think like I just get scared when someone asks a question like that because it's like, I need money now. I need it now. Like, look, it looks good right here. Yes, I do think it will test around the prior highs, like 260-ish region. But if you're looking for a quick flip, do you just fucking buy right here? No. You don't have a fucking plan, man. You don't have a plan. And I got to shoot you straight here. You don't have a fucking plan. This is not the right mentality to come at trading with. Yes, I do think it will go up from here. But goddamn, man, if I'm wrong on this, how are you going to know when I'm wrong? It has to take out this level right here, 156. You're already wrecked by that point. It's just ridiculous. This is no way to trade. This is no way to fucking trade this region right here. And if you are looking at this, your real buy point was on the break of this actual short-term range. If you did want to play the breakout, I do not like playing breakouts myself. Personally speaking, I think that you like while you probably will, you know, make a few bucks to the upside right here short term, I think that you're setting yourself up for some really, really bad habits in the future, man. Really fucking bad habits. Again, I'm only saying this because hopefully this helps you out. But to be honest with you, man, I sincerely would push back on that sort of mentality. Okay, Osmonet is back. He says, thank you. It's the token from Polycat Finance. What the hell? #1 DeFi DApp in the Matic network. Seems they're doing very interesting work with the automated market maker goals. Fair enough. Cool. I think we're gonna call it off right there, fellas. My voice is wrecked. It's already been well over 2 hours now. So again, you know, just looking at Bitcoin, I do think it's gonna pop up somewhere around like 42, 43,000 bucks. Above there, could we look for further continuation coming into tomorrow? Yes, but I figure we'll have another video before that is all said and done. Any sort of a daily closure above 42, and I would extend targets towards about 44.5, however. So things are looking good right here, at least for the short and medium term timeframes. Daily RSI, back out and rejecting the bearish control zone. Also, regular bullish divergence on these two lows here too. Technically speaking, usually my target is going to be the 21, which is actually at 44. So do I think that it will actually get a test up there? Probably does get a wick up there. So yeah, fair enough. Also daily TSI turned up as well, it looks like. So with all of that said, I want to wish everyone well. It's been an absolute pleasure. It's been a lot of fun, and I salute you and